Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
How's everybody week been?
Tired. Tiring.
Yep.
What about yours, brother?
Same here. Tiring.
Yeah. Bro, Frank, see if you can click on that link again. I need you to move. That's the last time I'm telling you. Oh boy. Woo.
Yeah.
What is going on? Boom. Oh,
Getting dumped with a bunch of rain there.
I know. I'm happy with that. That's one
Yeah.
thing we've been working on all week is gardens.
Yeah, they've been out here putting in gardens, getting them ready.
Yeah. Ongoing, never-ending process. Starting seeds, transplanting seeds. Starting seeds, transplanting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir. I feel you, brother Frank. Woo. I will say, this first day I had a great time with my brothers. We went to the Baker Creek Festival, and more specifically, we went to the auction at the Baker Creek Festival, and were able to pick up some mighty. It's all right. Get a plate. Come on. Come on. And we're able to pick up some good deals. Some good deals. Um,
Got soaking wet.
Oh
I said I
man,
got soaking wet.
brother, I was soaked. I was soaked, but had a great time. For the J car, for the Frank, and then my brother Ronnie came closer to the end of it. But able to have a good time with my brothers, get some good deals. You know, people oftentimes talk about community, and the sad fact is when you look at community as far as I guess you call it faith, people tend to they end up finding these ministries. That tends to be where they end up. But I can tell you that we didn't do community shopping because how we do it is all of us do things for our own household. But we always do things to a level that we could share what we are doing. So, for instance, at the festival, we bid on seeds. That's really why we were there. And well, when you buy a bag of seeds this big, there is no possible way I'm ever gonna ever grow that many Thai red chilies. Ever. So what would be the purpose of the rest of these seeds? Well, brother Ronnie hits me up. Hey brother, I want to try some of those peppers. I put some in a grocery bag and take them to him. So next, I have some white icicle radishes. Brother David hits me up and says, hey brother, I'd like to have some of them radishes. I pack a bag up, give them to Brother David.
Yes, sir.
That community is way stronger, way more effective than one man does all the buying because you gave him all your money. And let me tell you how great the community is that the trust, because see, a lot of y'all, you think you're part of a ministry community, but let's just be real. You can't trust the people that you're rolling with.
Man.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it real. So one brother was able to do one of our brothers was not able to make it, and he just simply gave another brother money and said, "Brother, get what you think that I would need." Now, how many of you know your brother like that? Like, being for real, how many of you? First of all, how many of you would trust a brother with several $100s And then to tell that brother, hey, brother, get what you think that I need.
Yep.
Go ahead, brother.
Ain't nobody would hand no money over like that.
Nope.
But they don't trust them.
Yep. You have to know
I
your
hand
brother.
y'all brothers the keys to my house, and it ain't too many folks that I would say that about. Like I can count them on one hand when I say ain't too many. I would hand. Well, yeah. Yep.
And again, it's not a I bought the seeds, or brother David bought the seeds, or brother Frank bought the seeds, or brother J. Carr bought the seeds for the community. We bought it for ourselves.
Right.
But we made sure that we had plenty enough to share with our brothers.
Oh.
That's community. I bought enough so that if any of my brothers hit me up and say, hey, I got some seeds, like we barter amongst each other all the time. If we find a good deal at a grocery store or at a Walmart for a good pair of pants, we'll call each other up. Hey, brother, you looking for some cargo, Dickies cargo jeans? They're on sale. They're clearancing them out for $5 a pair. How many pair do you want? How many pair do your children want? How much do you need? And we'll buy out a rack. And then when we come together, we just hand them out to each other.
Man. Can't beat it, bro.
That's how we do things. That's what covenant is about. That's what brotherhood is about. That's what knowing your brother. The Bible says, know to whom you are doing good. We all know each other. So there's never a question of, if I do good for my brother, is he going to waste it? Is he going to trash it? We already know. We've gone through the process of building trust amongst each other. These churches and camps and ministries, they always got people coming in and leaving. So you don't ever know who to trust. How could you know who to trust when 5 months ago you were just talking, the pastor was just telling you that this brother right here was a good brother?
Right.
He's a good brother. He was just singing his praises. 5 months later, he ain't part of the ministry or camp anymore, and now you're all slandering him.
And you see that as not a one-time deal, but that is the norm.
Yep. Revolving door.
High attrition rate and everybody getting blasted.
Yep.
And he say anybody can get it.
he meant anybody.
Oh man.
So
man.
we're just posting this out there to y'all because so many of y'all are looking for. You go out there and you see the straightway model, or you see the model that never came to fruition but is still apparently there, the Remnant Ranch model. You see those two models and you think, well, that's the way it is to be done. And one of the sad things about people is people are not critical thinkers.
Man.
We see stuff one time and we think that's the only way to do it. How many people are still going to Sunday church because that's the first thing they learned, and they're still just following the tradition of what they've always done?
Yep.
And I would say that's been done on purpose. The fact that people are no longer critical thinkers, that has been done on purpose. That was the process of the public school system dumbing people down.
Yep.
Teaching people how to regurgitate, but not to think.
Programming.
Yep.
What did Eddie Griffin say? They call it television programming. Yep. They're telling you visually the programming.
Mm-hmm.
They're telling you exactly how to think, how to feel. You see it on television, therefore it's true. You think that some guys hijacked the plane and flew it into the World Trade Center, so it's true. You think that your vote counts, so it's true. You think that whatever you see is true.
Oh man.
instead
You
of
think
critical.
that all you have to do is buy your land and buy some seeds that by the time you get to your property, them seeds are 10 years old.
Man.
And then you're just going to go to your land and sprinkle them and press a few buttons and boom, stuff just start popping out because that's what you see in people's edited versions on YouTube.
Uh-oh. Yep. Uh-oh.
It takes time.
So you think that because you're looking at what Deep South Homestead, and I love his channel.
Right.
Because, you know, you're looking at this older man do it. You think, well, all I have to do is go out there and plant some seeds and they're going to grow. Have you ever listened to this man's videos? Have you ever grown anything? There is a science to growing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You got to know what is in your soil. You have to know, do you even know whether your soil is alkaline or acidic? It's not as simple as just running out there throwing some seeds in the ground unless you are cultivating your soil and you know what's in your soil. So I had the luxury of spending my time with these brothers. And I mean, I remember me and Brother Frank listening to the auctioneer, and we throw our hand up in the air and we got a good deal. We were like, what? What? I got a magenta sunset Swiss chard. Look at the size of this bag. It's full of seed.
Man.
Full of seed. That's not for, oh, I couldn't possibly plant all those seeds.
Love Swiss chard.
Man, me too. But we think about ourselves and each other. Some of y'all need to really start thinking about, and I'm gonna say something. You, especially you men, you really need to start thinking about yourself, your family. Mm-hmm. How can you be a blessing? Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's huge because especially coming out of this, you know, false religion, whichever flavor or version of it folks came from, because it all has some similarities in this regard. They all teach you to serve them, not yourself. Yeah. Not serving the Father. They don't teach that. And they don't teach you to serve self. They say, serve us. And so, you know, to be a good brother, to be a good believer, you got to give up all your stuff, whether it's your deeds, your land, your wallet, you know, and other flavors, it's your daughters or your wife, whatever it is. It's a, you know, same concept of, we want what you have. Give everything.
Right.
Give it all to us.
Yeah,
that's not what this book says. It says, hey, you serve the Father by being a good steward over what he has given you. Serve you, demonstrate that. That's your service to the Father.
Right.
Then in so doing, you'll be in a better position to be a good help and to be a good brother.
Yes.
To those who you know. Folks can't even do that because they've given everything away. Even if you met good brothers, you couldn't be one because you're broke. You gave
man, brother. Man. You can't even.
And when I say broke, I don't only mean financially.
Right.
I mean, they have given, they're devoid of all, you know, they have nothing left in the tank. They have literally given it all to these people.
Themselves is broke.
Right, right.
And then if you dare say, hey, I'm growing for myself, they call you selfish. Well, let me ask you a question. When our forefathers were growing food, weren't they growing it for themselves? How about this? When Yah does things, doesn't he do it for his people?
Man.
Yep.
You mean he don't just love everybody?
No. So what we do as men is we do it for our families.
That's right.
And then we do it for those that we are in covenant with.
Yes, sir.
So some have to really get into this book and start really understanding what it's saying. Y'all never said go ahead and make work your ass off just to give it all away.
Man.
But you listen to your favorite pastor, and he'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's probably the all-time biggest Ponzi scheme or scam there is the church. Regardless of what denomination or what religion, them folks.
Hebrew Alcoholic said, if someone wants your deed, is he then not selfish? Right. He'll tell you you're selfish for not giving him your stuff. But once you give him your stuff, he spends it how he wants to.
Yep.
Right.
So who's selfish? And I want to say what Brother Jay Morris. Brother Jay Morris said, can we all homestead the same way? No, we can't. I believe I would fail if I garden the same way y'all do and vice versa. In fact, I believe this walk with Yah is so, and this is why we speak the way we do on some of these things, because these churches give you the impression that if your walk with Yah isn't the same as theirs, you're not walking with Yah.
Yep.
And I would say it's impossible. It's impossible for me to live the way Brother Ronnie does. It's impossible for Brother Ronnie to live the way I do. We can have very close similarities, but it's impossible for me to do it the way he's doing it, and for him to do it the way I'm doing it. Now we all hope to get. Oh, go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
No, I apologize, bro. I thought it was a pause. I was just gonna say I joke with following Yeshua all the time, and people may think that they can all do it the same way, but you get out there and try to work the way Brother Chris is working.
Nah.
you gonna find out real fast. You might have built a building, and in that same time, he built a whole community all by himself, all using his money now, his efforts, not another group of men's money and possessions or whatever. His money, his efforts, his sweat equity, building a whole community in the same time frame that a lot of folks are just still talking about it.
Hallelujah. Still
planning. So no, we can't all do it the same way. I say all the time, hey bro, I'm moving, but I can't. You on like super speed, right, Brother Ronnie? And I can't do it like Brother Ronnie. Brother Ronnie is man.
Tanisha.
Y'all brothers get it in.
Right.
Yep, y'all get it in. No, you ain't trying, my brother. You're doing it.
It's an impossibility because, first of all, finances are different.
Right.
That alone, if I didn't have to do it this way, if I had the money to do it a whole different way, I probably would. There's a lot of things that I would have paid to have done instead of me doing it myself. There's nothing like I don't know about y'all, but when it comes to, let's say you have a 10-foot by 10-foot pad, you want to lay down some concrete. Do you know how much easier it is to have it poured than to be mixing 80-pound bags of Quikrete?
Oh man. Yep. But I will say this though. It would be nice to have the resources to have the choice if you want to do it or not. I still am a firm believer of, if all you ever do is pay someone to do everything, then the only thing you'll ever know how to do is pay someone else to do everything.
Amen.
So there has to be some balance, And I think that we're getting to that place. It's an equalizer coming, quick, fast, in a hurry, that unless your pockets are like super deep, some people's pockets might be a little deep, but it's an equalizer coming where some folks are going to be elevated up because they have had to learn how to do things, learn how to make do with what they have and make it work, while other folks have just been used to shelling it out. And it's an equalizer coming where these folks who have just shelled it out left and right, it's going to have to do some tighten up.
Right.
Yep.
So and through that process, you'll see some folks, y'all willing, humbled.
Yes.
Maybe for the first time in their life, experience some humility and see him in a different light.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Brother Gary said that's 300 bags if my math is correct. Yeah, that's a lot of mixing. And I
Hey,
have
them
an
80-pound
electric
bags ain't
mixer.
no joke either.
That's back breaking.
What? That's 2,400 pounds? Nope. It's not 24. Why is my brain off right now?
It's a lot.
Yeah, that's 24.
It's 24,000 pounds.
Yeah.
I had 24,000 pounds of lifting.
Man.
I don't know about you. You know,
Back breaking.
and you said, Brother David, something there. It does look different for everybody. For instance, I had somebody ask me, hey, why don't you ever show your house in the videos? Well, one, because my house ain't finished yet. I have been out here 5 years and I don't have siding on. Now I'm doing siding this summer, but I don't have those sort of resources. So I'm doing with what, and here's one thing I don't want to do. I don't want people to see, hey, why don't you have siding? Oh, I'm saving up to get it. Oh, I'll help you out. I don't want people to feel sorry for me because I don't feel sorry for me. I'm thankful I have a house. It's probably 1,300 square feet. I'm thankful for it. I don't need nobody to feel sorry for me. I don't need to go and do some sob story. I don't need a GoFundMe.
And your land paid for.
Right.
Doing it on your own time.
That's exactly it, brother. I don't need somebody, hey, brother, I'll donate to you. I know these ministries and congregations built their communities off of the donations, off of the backs of other people. I made it a point to build the rock off of my back and off of my family's back.
Yes, sir.
I don't need the air conditioning is going out. How many times, brothers, have y'all sat in your house burning up? Sweat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just a fan and a generator.
So you can blow some hot air around. Yep.
Most of y'all wouldn't know that that's where we came from. We all came from having that fan, first of all, burning up, and then we felt like it was a big improvement when we got that box fan.
Absolutely. Yep.
We were all huddled up in front of that fan like, oh my gosh. And then in time, as we work, as we put in our sweat equity, suddenly we can get a window unit. Now, and then we graduate from that. And now I actually have a Mr. Cool mini split that's going to run off my solar. But do you see the stages? And most of y'all don't want to go through those stages in life.
That's it right there. They want the YouTube version.
You want the YouTube version. You want to turn it on and see everything laid out, done. And that's what a lot of y'all sisters' problems are. Why you ain't joining houses, why you ain't married, is because you're waiting for the guy that's already set up.
Yep.
Instead of, you should be looking at the guy that's doing it. Because if his pathway is always going up, then he may be where he is right now. That's not going to be where he is in a year from now. Much less 5 years from now. You said the YouTube version, Brother David. I think that's really our issue, which is why I finally gave this stream a title. Social media is destroying the faith, your future, and your walk with Yah. Social media. Social media is destroying your perception of reality. Social media is destroying what the faith actually is. You think that because you tune in every Saturday to whatever.com that you're an Israelite. You You think that because Pastor so-and-so is your pastor and he said you're an Israelite, that you think you're an Israelite.
Man.
Let me tell you, you have been bamboozled. You have been lied to. Send me your tithes, send me your offerings, come to the feast days and watch me on YouTube, and you're an Israelite now.
Man.
That's like saying, watch me on YouTube and now you're a homesteader. While you're in your apartment. Not growing, not using your balcony to grow some food, not using the front of your yard to grow some food. You're just chilling in an apartment watching YouTube videos, not doing any of the work, but now you're a homesteader.
That
Got plants like on the porch.
That's Remnant Ranch.
Oh man.
I find it the most amazing thing that we have. Yeah, there you go, brother. House of Lamar, spiritual homesteading. I have found it so amazingly crazy that people consider themselves part of a group because you watch them on the internet.
Yep.
There's bad advice being given on the internet. I'm watching dudes who have Israel in their name, literally running around giving some of the worst advice to you sisters.
Man.
There was one dude who said, if you're broke, you shouldn't be looking for a wife. And I was like, that is the dumbest comment I've ever heard. Because broke is subjective.
Yep.
Right.
I heard the guys say you gotta be rich or wealthy to have 2 wives or multiple.
I'm like, that is completely subjective. So who's more wealthy? The landowner who makes $30,000 a year, owns his land, owns his cars, has no bills.
Yep.
Or the guy who makes $90,000 and lives in Houston, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia. Who's more rich?
The landowner.
The landowner. Completely subjective. Second, if you're saying, see, it's like these people don't read the Bible. If you're saying that you have to be wealthy to have a wife, and if you're broke, you shouldn't be looking for a wife, then why were servants getting married and they were slaves?
Man.
Yep.
No, Hebrew Rapaholic, he meant broke as far as finance. This dude always talks about money. Always. That's his major conversation is finances and money. And I'm like, you do understand that it takes a lot more in this life to get through it than finances?
Yep.
Because it is nothing for you to lose your finances today.
Lose it like that.
That's right.
You can
All
have your
gone.
money in the bank, gone. Your investments, gone. Your job, gone.
Gone.
Brother Alex is right. That's like saying we won the Super Bowl when your favorite team wins, and you're 350 pounds sitting on the couch with Cheeto dust everywhere.
Sirach talks about that. You know, it's not even a debate. Skills are more important and more valuable than a bank account.
Yes.
Yep.
You know, your knowledge and what you have in your tool belt, that's a whole lot more valuable than, you know, how many digits you have in your account. Because that can be gone and
Hebrew Rapaholic said, ask Job how fast that can go.
Right.
Mm.
Yep.
The book says it's nothing for the Most High to make a poor man rich and a rich man poor.
That's right.
I'm not saying there isn't a need for finances. I'm saying, how do you pin marriage on money? I would say this. That is an extremely Western construct.
Yep.
Just like in the East, do you ever see them in Eastern? Since we all say, let's get back to our Eastern our Eastern way of living. Are you sure you really want to do that? Are you sure you really want the old paths? Okay, here's the question. In the East, Do they base how many children they have on how much money they make?
Ooh.
What do they base it on?
Their
Well, I can tell
ability
you
to
one
have
thing. They base it on how many times he hits it.
them. Right. As I say, their ability to have them.
Right.
Yep.
But in this culture today, it's, well, I can't afford more children. And I'm like, well, how much do children cost? How much do children cost? I didn't know children cost. See, y'all have been brainwashed by this traditional or westernized child support system that says that it takes $1,500 to raise that child a month.
Yep.
$1,500 a month to raise one child?
Or they start off by going to the hospital and, you know, where they get a, well, who knows what those bills look like today.
Yep. Yep.
It's like, hey, how about stop doing that?
About, I think a little bit over 20 grand for a hospital bill to have a kid.
20 grand.
Man.
You start throwing in epidurals and longer stay at the hospital, you're up to 50
Yep.
to 60 easy. Brother Alex said they base it on how many they can crank out. That's exactly it. House Lamar said they're expensive if you go by their living standard, right? You want to know an easy way to cut several $100s off of your monthly bill? Cloth diaper.
Yep.
How about this?
Breastfeeding.
I was about to say that. Breastfeed.
Quit eating 3 times a day.
Woo!
Yep.
Eat twice a day.
Twice.
Right.
Brother David, you just had half the. I'm not going to be surprised at the numbers drop. Eat twice a day. What about lunch? I got breakfast, brunch, lunch, supper, dinner, dessert, and snack.
Man.
It's unbelievable. But see, you watch television, you watch the internet, you look at all these Western people doing Western things, and you keep trying to apply it to your life and the faith. So now we got dudes telling other dudes, if you're broke, you shouldn't be considering marriage. Well, here's one thing that I learned about being broke and being married. You know how powerful it is to know that your wife was with you when you were broke?
Yep.
And now that you got some money and got some land and got some things going for you, suddenly you ain't tripping no more. You're not questioning her loyalty.
Man.
Go ahead, brother.
I don't think that it would even be the same. Like, I could never trust a woman in the same way who only arrived at the latter end once you had more stuff, more ability, more wealth.
Yep.
And you can't give her that same degree of trust as you would the wife or wives who got it out the mud with you, or who were there with you in that grinding process. It ain't no way. For me, I wouldn't do it.
Not a chance.
Nope.
They just along for the ride then.
Yep. I'm here because the getting's good.
Yep.
Dope Law said, and then Sister New World said it. Dope Law, that's literally Sister New World. She said, I love your last video. I think it was a good angle to deal with marriage and mental health. And then Dope Law said, I love that video you made the other day. Some sisters just feel they need therapy when they need to just look at their individual choices. Very good video. Thank you, brother.
Yep.
It was just something I was thinking about. Like, in a secular world, everybody has these life coaches. Again, the internet. And even though I liked, I liked what Kevin Samuels was trying to articulate. I loved it, in fact. But he kept referring people back to therapy. And I'm like, these sisters don't need therapy. They need to obey.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of our Israelite sisters say things like, I don't understand it. I need to heal. Huh? I need to heal from my past hurts. Huh? What do you mean you need to heal? I don't understand what that means. That means you're just going to sit there. I need to go to therapy. You need to read the book. That's what you need to do. Did you ever consider that if you're married to a bad man and that relationship ended, you were praying to Yah, right? Yah took Nabal out of your life. How long did Abigail chill and say, I need to heal from how Nabal treated me?
Man, she chilled until the point that David showed up. And she jumped on that horse and got on out of there.
You rode out. You need to open up the book and live it for the first time in your life. There's your healing.
Yep.
There's your deliverance.
Therapy.
That it, man, Brother David, man. Because you want to know that therapy and counseling, people use the words interchangeably. Counsel is about your future. Therapy is about your past. There's only one way to address your past. That's repentance.
Yep.
You repent from your past. You turn away from it. There's your therapy. You don't make that mistake again. There's your therapy. You don't need to sit down and have a conversation with the person. If you're a single woman, I need therapy for my hurt. You want to know you want to know where the therapy is going to come from? Repenting to Yah, and then go get married.
Mm-hmm.
There's all the counsel you need. You need to be on the direction. You need to get on board with a man who has a direction, instead of trying to provide men with direction.
Trying to activate them.
Or activate. I don't need your activation. I don't need your direction. I already know which way I'm going.
I have my vision.
Are you going to be able to help me and help us get there? Or are you coming in with a plan of your own? I hate hearing our sisters say, not sisters, women in the faith, I need to heal. You just wasting your time. You're wasting your time healing. Get your ass up after you repent and walk in the newness that you supposedly have.
Man. And a lot of times, with this quote unquote therapy, these counseling sessions, they're not even looking for truth. What they're looking for is someone to justify their disobedience and their wickedness and explain it away and tell them it's okay. Label it with some kind of slap some kind of label on it, so the responsibility is not within themselves. It's out here where I can't fix it. I can't fix it because I have this problem or I have this issue. And help me find someone who will be okay with me with my filth on.
Yep.
I don't need to wash up. I don't want to go to this book and wash with the water of the word. I want someone that's going to accept me in my filthy, stinky, funky self.
Brother. Look at Nitzraim said, and they're not handing it over to the Father if they refuse to let it go.
That's it.
What is that man going? What is that there? Okay. What is a therapist who is, most of them are single women, or married bitter women, right? And you're going to her to ask her how to heal. She's still broken. Hebrew Rapaholic said, the master says, I will give you rest. That is therapy right there. Why haven't you gone to him? Why are you going to go talk to him? Why are you putting your trust in another? How many sisters have you seen? I'm sorry, I know I'm jumping from comments or jumping from thoughts. How many sisters have you seen get married? They look like they didn't have a direction, that they were kind of lost. They find themselves a righteous man, they get married, and you see them 2 years later, and they look completely different. You're like, whoa, what happened to that lost sister that I used to know?
Yep.
Oh, she
got healed. Got healed.
She got healed. How did she get healed? I got a husband. My husband loves me. My husband gave me a direction. I didn't have that before. That's how I ended up in the shit that I was in.
Oh.
No direction. I didn't know what a man was. I didn't know that a man is not just about my ass and titties. I didn't know that. Yeah, dope law. I understood what Kevin Samuels was trying to articulate, but I had a ton of disagreements with Kevin Samuels. A ton. Being a man of the faith, like I'm surprised at how many men listened to his work and took it as if it was the Holy Grail.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I heard his work. I understood his point. And what it did is it caused me to study the word even harder and try to find solutions for these sisters and their questions. That's what it did. But it didn't, when I heard him say things like, well, I mean, some of the things were hard truths. When you're an older woman, hey, your market value does diminish.
That's decreases, yeah.
It decreases. That's the truth. But I think the problem was that so many people that are in the faith listen to it because we have a lot of women haters in the faith.
Yep.
Men that have equally been hurt by women because they want to go get a Proverbs 7 woman. They want to try to turn a hoe into a housewife. And then they get hurt. And on the flip side, you have women trying to turn Thugalations into a husband and they get hurt. When you, in reality, if you just followed the book and what it said, neither one of y'all would have been in those positions. And Sister Aspen, let me put that up there. The therapists are looking for your money. They don't really care if you get help.
Yep.
Are they volunteering their time?
As long as it takes.
They just keep booking them sessions.
How long is it going to take, you might ask? How deep is your pocketbook?
How deep is your pocket? You
go broke and see how fast they say you
heal. You call your therapist and you hear beep. You're like, what's that? Oh, that's a timer. You're charging me for this phone call? It's kind of like the doctor. The doctor needs sick people to make his money. The therapist needs broken people who consider them the answer. But let me tell you, the answer is free. It's free.
Yep.
Right here. It'll cost you. It'll cost you a lot. It'll cost you everything. Yep. That's why y'all like therapists. Because therapists charge you, what, 50, 75 bucks an hour? 100 bucks an hour? Yah says, in order to receive my therapy, you have to lose the old self.
Yep.
Man. Therein lies the problem. Wait, you want me to humble myself, you said? Oh, man, that's too much. That's nasty
too much.
Word.
That's too much.
Hebrew Rapaholic said, the reason I don't like therapy is this. How can I trust somebody that I'm paying to tell me the truth?
Paying somebody who you don't know.
Just go ask the crooked way about that one.
Mm.
The laborer is worthy of their hire. They think they should be paid for preaching the word to you, telling you the truth. That's right. I like that. What Hero Alcoholic said. K-Sam was clearly not a Bible-believing man. His advice was not always in line with the Bible, but he was not always wrong either. Absolutely. Absolutely. But that's just one of the issues that I have with this whole therapy. I don't see that in the book. I don't see the Bible gave us therapists. We had counselors, but if you look at the Bible, a counselor counsels you for your future. If you are truly walking in repentance for your sins, then your therapist actually became the blood of Yeshua when it covered your sins, when it covered your past.
Yes, sir.
So why are you going to talk to somebody else about your past continued screw-ups? If you repented for those ways, you wouldn't need healing because the blood of Yeshua healed you.
Yep. Maybe it's time to start looking out the windshield and stop looking in the rearview mirror.
Woo! Man, bro.
See where you trying to go.
Wow. That's deep. They're trying to drive their car forward while you look in the rearview mirror the whole time.
Yep.
Can't figure out why they're in a ditch like I almost put us in during Tabernacle.
Oh man! I saw my life flash before my eyes right quick. Oh man!
Oh man!
Whole steering wheel.
My brothers were smooth with it too, man. They were like, yeah, "This is it."
I guess it's the end.
Oh man!
I thought he was pulling over
on the other side of the road.
Well, you don't pull over like that.
Hey.
Oh man. But this is the problem with, let's go to the Apocrypha real quick. Sister T said, oh my gosh, you pay to hear smooth things and for your emotions to be catered to. Otherwise, you won't come back. That's it. You are paying to have somebody give you smooth words.
Yep.
Because if they told you the truth, you're not paying. You're not going to come back to them.
That's right.
Let's go to First Maccabees. That's also what strippers do, Brother Alex. That's right. There you go. First Maccabees chapter 1. We're going to start at verse 10. And this is what a lot of y'all, I need healing. This is what you're dealing with. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been a hostage in Rome. And he reigned in the 137th year in the kingdom of the Greeks. In those days, there went out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make covenant with the heathen. Oh, okay. Credit to Project 5P. Thank you, Project 5. I missed your comment. Let me see what he said. Let me just stop there and go back and see what he said. There it is, Project 5P, preserving a healthy home. You're paying them to tell you what you want to hear. They can't be too truthful or harsh, or you won't come back. Credit to Project 5P. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I did not see your comment, and you are absolutely right. Absolutely right. Let us go make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances or the traditions of the heathen. Is it a Israelite tradition for us to go to a therapist and pay them to discuss our problem?
I don't see it in the book.
Oh,
I know we would go to Yeshua and repent. It says in Ezekiel, if you turn from your wicked ways, he won't remember any of your sins. So maybe the reason why you need healing is because you keep reminding Yah of your sin by doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know about y'all. Well, I do know about y'all too. The sins that you did before, are you ever grieved today by them? Or are you like, shit, I don't do that no more. Y'all covered my sin. I'm good.
I can only think of one. I can think of one thing, one scenario that I know was wicked as hell and sinful that I participated in and still find it grievous.
All the rest of them.
All the rest of them, and even that one to a degree, you know, I'm thankful for the blood of Yeshua and what it covers. Yep.
Yes.
If you're still waddling in it, then you know you have to ask yourself, really, what are you doing? Because where do you that actually would be against the Bible. That's the opposite of what we're instructed to do.
Right. And then another thing I was thinking about is in therapy, all they do is they push meds on you.
Yeah.
Now you're labeled a depression. You're in depression. Although that's not of Yah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I've done things in my past that I hate. Absolutely hate. And I've had to learn over time, as wicked as it was, I have to accept the blood of Yahshua.
Absolutely. With some gratefulness.
That Nitzraim, that's what I'm talking about. Blood guilt.
Right.
That is.
Yep.
Woo.
Yep.
That's a whole different ball game. I feel you, brother. I feel you.
You know, I think a lot of times, what it boils down to for a lot of people is they just have to be honest about what they believe. You know,
right.
And some of this is double-mindedness.
Mm-hmm.
That's the source of a lot of this, you know, confusion, quote unquote, depression, all this other stuff you want to, you know, label that you want to put on there is you just got to decide whose report you're going to believe. At the end of the day, that's what it is, you know, and then walk that out.
Right.
And some people find themselves, you know, I mean, that's what double-mindedness is. You're in disagreement with your own self because a part that you say you want to follow the Father, but you want the YouTube version that's not going to cost you anything.
Man.
You want the Shabbat version where it's just all peaches and cream and rest and relaxation and everything is good, but you don't want to put in, you know, any sweat equity. You don't want to put in the work to change you.
Yeah.
You don't want to strive for that obedience.
Yes. Yeah, Sister Ebony is back here. She said, and as a shirt that you oftentimes wear, Brother David, you just got to live it. You just live it.
Absolutely.
That's it. So, sisters, let me tell you, therapy, if you want therapy, here's my answer to you. For the sister, we already did the video, but for others who jumped into the inbox, my email, if you need therapy, that's a clear indicator that you probably need a husband. That's the clearest indication to me that you will need it, because the Bible says that the husband will wash you. How? The water of the word. He's going to wash you. So if you are washed by the water of the word, you are clean.
Yep.
Are you trying to tell me that the water of the word is not healing? When who was it that was told to dip in the Jordan River 7 times to have his leprosy healed? And the Jordan River's dirty.
Right.
It was literally where they kind of dumped their sewage. And the king was told to dip himself 7 times in that river. All we're saying is get married. And some of y'all act like that. Get married and obey your husband. We're not telling you to take your skin with boils, with open sores, and dip yourself into a cesspool of crap and urine. We're not saying that. But that king did it. And guess where his healing came from? Simple obedience to what the prophet told him, which was given to it. There it is. Name it. Given to him by Yah. Thank you, brother Daryl Vic. Bless you, brother. Some of y'all can't even do that. Get married, obey your husband. Get married to a righteous man, obey your husband. You'll have healing. I need to go see a therapist. I need to go talk to my pastor. I need to pray.
They hear that submission part now. That's what they want to do.
There you go.
Yep. Even
Naaman had to submit. He had to believe the prophet and then go and imagine the king. Imagine walking by and you're like, King, why are you in the sewer? Why are you dipping yourself in that? Why did you cover your head all the way under like you got baptized in sewage water? King, what are you doing? Oh, he's doing it again. Hey, brother Ronnie. Hey, brother Ronnie. Hey, the king, come out to the creek. This dude's tripping. Call brother David. We'd all be sitting out there like,
man, it's crazy.
Hey, you all right? Hey, you all right, King? Hey, does anybody know he was smoking? Nah, he wasn't smoking. He talked to that dude right there. Oh, damn. I mean, hey, I'm not. That's a weird thing to do, though. Homeboy come out that water and be like, hey, your leprosy gone. Huh? Your leprosy gone. You obeyed. You obeyed. I guarantee you, sisters, a lot of y'all, the reason why you have no healing is because you ain't obeyed shit.
Yep.
But your boss.
Because you're prideful and you lack humility.
But they'll go sit in the church they'll go sit in the church Sunday and believe everything the pastor tell them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They'll submit to pastor and their boss. I would submit. I would double down on that. You would receive healing. Some of y'all need. You want attention. You want attention? Go submit and obey your husband. I'm just saying. Do y'all not give your wives that are rocking it out? You don't give them attention?
I do.
Huh. So I'm just saying, the washing of the water of the word is where your healing is. But we'll do everything that we can to not. We want to do the Bible last. Yep. Because you were just on YouTube, you were just on Facebook, and you saw so and so and so and so and so and so, and they gave you advice. Most of these so-called sisters ain't even sisters on the internet. They lying to you. I don't care how many Yasharals and Israels they have in their name. They are not your brother and your sister.
Yep.
They are giving you terrible. That's why most of the stuff that I see on the internet, I just bypass it on there. Because they ain't saying shit. They're not saying nothing to you. They're there for your view. They're there for clickbait. They give nice, crafty titles so you'll click on it.
Yep.
That's it. They take pictures of themselves like they emu. Or emo. What was it? Was it emo? Emo?
Oh,
Remnant Ranch.
Yeah, Remnant Ranch, Robert Reed.
Yeah.
Taking selfies, having a 20-shot selfie flip through where you can look at him in different poses, including a cartoon version of his comb over with braids. But what you need is you need to literally get off the internet.
Yep.
People oftentimes ask, like, "Hey, why don't your sisters? Where's their Facebook? Their Facebook and my Facebook." Sorry, we have a family. They don't have time to scour the internet to find the newest bullshit to get themselves into.
Yep.
They're busy. They don't have time. If they're not taking care of the children, taking care of me.
Yep.
Good fields need good fences.
Woo!
Mm.
And how many of you brothers, how many of you, like the Bible, see, we have to understand, knowledge can also come from Satan.
Yep.
In fact, I would venture that most wicked knowledge comes from Satan. In fact, I would say the vastness of Satan's knowledge surpasses, because Satan's always trying to create new wickedness. Yah's not creating new truth. The truth is he doesn't change. But Satan's always creating new wickedness. Always. He's always experimenting with new potions to try and get a new concoction that's going to get your ass. Even to the point where he'll go to the Father himself, hey, and start accusing you to the Father. This stuff is mind-blowing. The amount of men that I see get their walk with Yah from the internet.
Man.
You want to say something, Brother David?
I mean, it's sad, but it is the truth. It is the truth. And again, people do that because then it will not cost you anything. When you actually start to be around brothers, when you can literally shake their hand, hug them, you get to peer into their lives, and equally they get to peer into your life. Now it's going to cost you something.
Uh-oh.
Because now some of these wicked ways that you secretly enjoy and partake of, you're not going to feel so comfortable knowing that that's a part of you still, not the old you, but the current you, when you're around brothers who are like, nah, we don't rock like that. We don't get down like that.
Yep.
And the thing about it is, if you're around us, we're not the type that's gonna be like, oh, we can never be around someone like that. That's not how we operate, because we all have a past. We all came from something. But that shit is in the past, though. It's not currently who we are.
Yes.
We're not actively engaged in partaking in that lifestyle. And nor will we, silently stand by and watch someone that calls themselves our brother, that we call brothers, and see them still, entrapped. And then we just silently watch. We don't roll like that. We'll just be like, hey, bro, you're a grown man, but in this area, I would advise you tighten up.
Amen.
That's not pleasing to the Father. And a lot of real men can take that. Real brothers can take that. Real sisters can take that. But most people are not. Most people are bullshitting. First and foremost, themselves.
Yes.
They want the idea of, I belong to this group, or I believe this book, or what have you. But, once it costs you something and it's actually time for you to do the work, you see real quickly, how narrow that road is.
Yes, sir.
Most people are on a broad path. That's just what it is.
Sir. Man. Yes, sir.
And the broad path is easy on social media.
Hey, brother.
That's why all that stuff is so popular.
It is. It's easy to give yourself a portrayal on the internet that you are the man of Yah. You've got people who never even met you calling you the man of Yah. That should let you know how empty that is.
I'll call him Shepherd.
Shepherd never even met the dude.
Never met the man.
You spent 5 minutes listening to him preach, and I put up a Project 5P said, even 99%, they will tell you 99% truth, and that 1% lie will kill you.
That's that rat poison.
Yeah, it is. They will make it like look at some of the greatest poisons out there, especially if you're trying to trap rodents, rats, whatever it may be. They have to make it enticing so you're willing to go and eat from the trap. If you were going to a trap and you saw a skull and bones on it, and it said poison across it,
you ain't going.
You're not going to drink. You're not going to drink that.
Mm-mm.
But if they tell you how good it is, how sweet it is, well, they put just a tad bit of poison in there. You take it and you die. And they know how to lay out a trap. They know how to lay the crumbs out, so you'll eat this crumb and then go and eat that crumb and eat that crumb. You're getting closer and closer to your death.
Their father is masterful at it.
Woo! How that lets me know that your walk ain't serious and your discernment is so far off. If you're calling somebody your pastor, your shepherd, your whatever, and you've met them one time. Or you haven't met them at all. I know his spirit. Okay. And that's what social media has given everybody the ability to appear however they want to.
Yep.
We have a pastor nobody who's now a pastor everybody. But yet, if you met the dude yourself, you would be greatly disappointed, especially if you ever had him read a map.
Oh, man.
You would be greatly disappointed if you believed that his internet personality was who he really was.
Man.
It sells me.
This internet has destroyed people. There are people that are lost that are going to go to a living hell because they keep paying their cell phone bill. Some of y'all need to let that cell phone bill lapse. Some of y'all need to get off Facebook. Deactivate that shit. If you're posting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day, deactivate that shit.
Yep.
Ask yourself, what am I doing? Who am I reaching out to? Why am I really doing this? See, I can tell you, these streams that we have, they're for us brothers and sisters. The videos during the week, that's for me to make money. But I'll tell you that. Watch my ads. Give me some money. Thank you. So for people who listen to the live stream, they usually know Brother Chris is just making a video. Yeah, I am. Not necessarily for y'all, but for the other, 7,000 plus subscribers that are going to watch the ads. Most of y'all already know the stuff that I'm saying anyways.
Right.
But you spend so much of your time with a screen in front of your face.
Yep.
Pandering for likes and attention. Look at what's happened with what's that the OnlyFans and the Instagrams. You got women who go to the gym now and set up their phone and will record themselves working out. Why are you doing that?
Yep.
You got dudes who go to the gym and will shoot little snippets of themselves working out.
Yep.
Dude, are you gay?
And get mad when somebody walk in front of the camera.
Right. Like literally, you think about that, brothers. This person literally walked across, put their phone up, hit record, walk back, grab the weights, and did a set.
Yep.
Why did you do that?
Hey, he was just trying to check out his, watching his form. That's all, right? He's coaching himself.
I find this some of the weirdest shit that I've ever seen. Brother Alex said, I don't know what percentage of gay that is, but it's not 0. Like, I'm literally going to take off my shirt, set my camera up, hit record, go grab the weights, and start curling so that the camera can catch me lifting weights.
Hey, I seen somebody do that we know.
Right. Like,
hey.
Remedy rent.
To me, that's confusing. Like, so why are you working out again? Like, did you post that so that we men can look at it? So you want me to give you a thumbs up while I'm looking at you lift weights?
Dang.
With sweat glistening on your body. You see what I'm saying? And then you see dudes who will give that dude a thumbs up. You're like, dude, oh shit, are you a little bit sweet?
Hey.
Got nice pics, bro.
I like your traps. Your traps are looking real good. And then if you say, no, I'm not doing it for brothers, that means you're doing it for sisters, which means you're no different than that Instagram model who's posting up ass shots of herself.
Mm-hmm.
So you're craving attention just like she is. Or you're just closet gay.
Ain't that weird when you do that stuff and call yourself a Moray? That's just crazy. Man.
Yep.
Or pastor? I guess. Well, I digress. Man.
Brothers, would y'all talk to me if first day when I did my workout, I recorded the video and posted it in our brother's chat?
Oh yeah.
What about hey, brother Alex? How about you, brother Nitzraim? How would you feel if I posted up a video of me lifting weights? My shirt was off, the sweat was glistening, and I'm lifting. I'm doing a set, and I set my phone up across the room, and I face the phone, and I do it, and you get to see my face too. Make sure you get the sound effects too. Would you continue to talk to me?
Man.
It's just so weird. I look at these dudes like this is a whole different generation of dudes today.
It is. And some of these dudes,
Yeah.
all of them, really. Like, man, you way too old for that shit. Come on, man.
You should have outgrew that when you hit about 18 years old.
Right.
Yep.
Like, that's crazy.
We did that kind of middle school. Sit there in the mirror while we working out.
Right.
Alex
Brother J. Moore said, hopefully I missed that post. I know Palmetto Petra will be talking shit. Palmetto would be talking mad shit. I know
You
that.
already know he would. Yep. Oh man.
Look at what brother Alex said. Women, cover your head. Also, look at my glutes after all these squats. I just find that it's a very different culture. the sweat glistening got me in stitches. There's something wrong with that. And then other man gonna say, "Well, I'm doing it as an inspiration." Dude, that shit's gay. I'm not inspired by looking at your gluteus minimus, medius, and maximus muscles. I am not inspired by watching you do a squat or a curl.
This is weight loss transformation.
Yes. This stuff is weird today. We have a very effeminate generation of dudes that want attention and then get mad at women because they're posting up ass shots.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
It's weird.
Attention horse. Male and female.
Yes. Yes. Clearly, those are the type of men that are working out for everybody else to see. I do it for myself, for my health, for me, so that I can be in the best shape that I can be in, not so that somebody else can come to me and say, "Damn, let me see them abs, brother." Hey, brother David, can you flex? Let me see your biceps. Oh man, those are.
Oh, you see it.
Because what's to stop a dude from saying, "Man, brother Chris, and going and grabbing your face, I like your beard. Nigga, touch my beard again. You gonna die." Or brother Ronnie, somebody comes by and starts fondling your locks. Wow. Smelling it. Is that coconut oil?
Nah.
This stuff is weird.
Well. Man.
Hey, brother Jay Moore said juices. Brother Alex says, so they are saying it's not gay if people are inspired. I'm not buying it. It's a very non-masculine trait. But you see, what's happened is the internet has become a place of attention.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody comes here for attention today.
Yep.
We get our inspiration from the internet. We get our wise quotes from the internet. We get our training tip. Now, I'm not saying the internet's bad because I learned how to fix cars from the internet.
Right.
But what are you using social media for? Are you using it to get closer to your brothers? Or are you using it for attention?
How many people wake up every day and the first thing they do when they roll, they don't even get out of the bed. The first thing they do when they roll over is they don't grab for the word. They grab for the phone, get on social media. Probably the first thing they do when they wake up and the last thing they do when they go to bed.
Bam, brother. Bam.
Yep.
They're all over everyone's YouTube or Facebook page, thumbsing up everything. Like, honestly, I look at that shit sometimes. I'm like, whether you like it or not, I don't give a flying shit. Whether you like it or not. The pictures that I post are usually for my family that can't see my children.
Right.
But I don't give a damn whether or not you like my photo or not. But there are people out there that literally get off on this sort of stuff, and it makes me wonder if this is where we are. We'll be at what's the movie? Ready Player One. We'll be there in 5 years.
That's true, man. Now that's what I was thinking about, because I bet there's some people out there who will say, "Oh, you know, I haven't come out because I can't afford it." But they probably own some digital land. They probably just spent some big bucks for, they getting ready for the meta world.
You said that.
Yep.
What's that? Oculus.
Say that again, Brother Ronnie.
What's that? That Oculus. You put the glasses on.
Yeah, the Oculus glasses. Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they fully
Project
invested
5P
in all of that now.
Right. Project 5P said, many have suggested that I do my online fitness, nutrition, coaching, and advertising on my shirt off. I just can't bring myself to do it. Some have some integrity and some self-worth. Absolutely. Like if your business is training in hell, then you're going to advertise on the internet. I advertise my seeds on the internet. He's advertising a product. Pastor Joe Fox advertises his preparedness on the internet. But if you're a dude and you're just putting pictures up just so people can see you, the shit's weird.
So he said people was asking him to do his classes with the shirt off?
Yeah. And he's got integrity.
Yep. Probably was dudes too.
You'll get more clients if you show your abs. Yeah, but at what cost?
It probably was dudes.
Oh man, Brother Roddy, I was thinking that at the same time. I was like, man, I don't even want to say it because I put it how Brother Alex put it. I don't know what percentage it is, but it ain't zero.
Yeah, that crap. It'd be mainly guys want to see guys pecs and abs and all that.
And then it'd be bad, Project 5P, because then they'll print out a picture of your abs, and then one day in the trash can, there'll be some white stuff on the abs after he's done crumbled it up and threw it in the trash can. Keep your clothes on. Bless you, Project 5P. I know you're keeping your clothes on. Keep the clothes on. That's crazy.
Man.
They're asking him to take his clothes off.
Man.
And you know some of it's dudes. You know some of them are dudes.
Yep.
Like, he's a good-looking brother. And look at his body.
Hey, bro, you all right? You good? We brothers.
People have a basic psychological need for acceptance and validation, which is exactly what is exploited to get people to join cults and give up their stuff. Got to keep your mind in check. Absolutely, brother.
That's true.
Absolutely. And if you were living this book right, you'd be accepted. I don't have to go out and seek validation because I'm validated by, first and foremost, the Most High Yah.
Yep.
Second, my family. Third, I've got my brothers. What more validation do I need?
Oh.
So this person down the street doesn't want to listen to me? I don't care. Brother Gary said, "You are a sick man, Chris." Hey, I'm speaking that, brother, because I've talked with sisters and brothers. And I've heard some weird shit. I've heard some really weird stuff of people printing off stuff online.
Oh, yeah.
Brother Roddy heard it.
Yep.
People printing off pictures online and using that as their visual stimulation. I am not playing. And that's a tough conversation to have with a brother. You're like, wait a minute. Wait, you printed out the picture? Oh, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. But then after you're thinking about it and saying, man, that does sound sick. Then you think about the things that you've done. And I didn't do that. But hey, at least that person didn't hurt somebody. Yeah, I have.
That's true.
What he did was to himself in the privacy of his own house, and the only victim was him. So I guess it's relative. Again, it's all subjective. We can say that's crazy, but what's crazier, that guy or the guy who ran out there and stabbed somebody, killed somebody? What about the drug dealer that's dealing meth to children? What about the child predators that are out there? I try to keep all this stuff in a righteous perspective. That person did something to themselves.
Yep.
You know, that's part of that thing that I've been thinking about, of having a just balance. You know, this is maybe one of the reasons why we are oftentimes unequipped to judge, because we see something that somebody does and say, "Wow, that's nasty." That person, I don't know, masturbated to a porno. Okay, but this person over here is taking people's lands and deeds and titles and homes and money.
Wow.
Which one's worse?
The thief.
The thief.
Yep.
The adulterer.
Yep.
The man that hurt his brother. The one that talked and slandered his brother. We don't ever say, "Ugh,
Man,
what the
that's
fuck?
true.
Oh my God, that's nasty." We don't ever say that.
And that's super vile.
The whole video for everyone to
right.
see. For everyone to see, and nobody says anything about it.
That's right. Right.
Wow.
Brother Gary said, "I get what you're saying. Most of my regrets involve having hurt someone." Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Brother Gary. And I'm still walking that out inside of my own self. That idea that the things that we do, we'll look at somebody else and say, "Oh, they masturbated. Oh, they smoked weed. Oh, they're doing drugs." But then you look at the man who's sitting up on the pulpit, blabbing out somebody else's business that ain't got nothing to do with him, tarnishing a man's name.
Mm-hmm.
Which will work?
Facts. Man.
And that's hard. That's hard. But Alex said, better than committing adultery. Absolutely, brother. I'd rather that man, I mean, honestly, I would rather that man have a pocket pussy where he's doing his thing by himself. He's hurting himself. But what, I mean, come on now. We'll give that pastor a pass, right?
Man. When in actuality, it's the opposite, because he's supposed to be held to a higher standard.
That's right. That's right. That is right. So I would say in that case, that's wickedness inside of us. That where we'll place our opinion. Say it again, brother.
Respecter of persons.
Respecter of persons. A respecter of persons. What about that brother that's running around lying on people?
Mm.
Just saying. Sometimes I fall into that. I'll be like, that brother did what? Yeah, he was doing this 3 times a day, 5 times a day. And I'm like, what the heck? That is okay. Is that even close to as bad as if that man is masturbating 8 times a day, is that worse than the woman that had an abortion?
Man. 8 times a day, that's a lot of getting it in. Goodness.
There's gonna be there's some major chafing.
Does he have any energy left for work?
Oh man. His hands are either extremely soft or extremely blistered, but it's one of the two.
Oh man.
That's right. That pastor can do far more damage. That's absolutely right.
That's true. Yep.
He can affect way more lives.
Yep.
That brother who's dealing with the thing in the privacy of his own home. He is sinning against his body. Well, theoretically. Theoretically.
Right. Man. Man.
So you brothers that, because some of y'all reach out to me, just understand when it comes to judgment, don't let somebody judge your personal life that way.
I agree. We all
First of all, don't be so quick to tell everybody about your personal life.
That part right there.
Yep. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
That part right there. That's another one of those aspects of churchianity that have, churched folks to death. Churched all your damn common sense and reason away. So now you feel like you need to, tell everybody. You just met the person. You don't know them from Adam. You just met them, and you feel the need to, spill your guts to them because they have a title behind their name. Or you see them on YouTube or whatever. No testing whatsoever. You don't know if they can hold water.
Right. Right.
And you just start, hush. You don't need to tell. Your business can be just that, your business. Because 9 times out of 10, what have we seen these folks do with the information that they get from you? You're in the process of trying to get counseling from these, leaders or brothers or what have you. And they're like, oh, really?
Holding it against you.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, don't worry. Yeah. It's all good until now they have no need of you. Now it's on blast. Stop telling people all your business. It ain't their business, it's yours.
Right.
If you need to spill your guts, go to the Father.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Keep your life off Facebook.
Yep.
If you and your wife are going through a tough time, that is not the time to go to Facebook.
Right. And that's again the importance of having real brothers around you too. So I'm not saying you should have someone that you could talk to.
Absolutely.
Someone that you have tested and tried and proven.
Yep, not a therapist.
Yep.
Right. Not a therapist, and sure as hell not some damn pastor such and such.
Right.
Who you spill all the beans to, and then as soon as you piss him off for whatever reason, all that's now public information.
Right. And brother Gary, we're there with you. You don't see pastor in Torah at all. And it is all part of that church culture that, people take the renewed covenant and play with it. And I will give you pastors who shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. And they think that I'm right there with you, brother. I'm using that word facetiously. When I talk about pastor, I'm talking about the traditional church hierarchical structure. Sister Nicole said, I believe it's wicked for them to broadcast your information and will pay for doing that. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm giving them the information.
And they're holding you a hostage with your information.
Yep. Yep.
Because if you leave, just like this, I've had situations where women have been in my house and are not in my house anymore. Now, I don't know what they went out there and said, but you notice that I never shared on the internet what the actual issues were, because it ain't none of y'all's business.
Mm-hmm.
We got to spend time with real.
It's my issue with them, not my issue with the world. That's it. And can you imagine how many times have y'all seen this? A woman and a man have a disagreement. The woman goes and blabs out all the man's information. They split up. Then, after a month of being apart, they come back together and she done told her family, her friends, her cousins, the church, everything that she could possibly think about that man that's negative.
Yeah.
And she don't understand why they can't just forgive him and get over it. Why she don't know why her family is salty towards her.
Yep. Yep. Everybody, so I think part of that is we have a victim culture.
Yep.
We have a culture of people that want to be victims. I hate being a victim. The reason why I live this life the way I do, the reason why I have learned and taught myself to be dangerous, to be violent if need be, and I mean very violent when need be, is because I don't want to be a victim.
Absolutely.
I hate victimhood. I hate sitting there moping and pouting about what everybody did to me. In fact, if you're a man and that's your speech, I'll probably to your face call you a bitch.
Yep.
I'm not trying to hear that. I understand it can be painful, and we all go through things. And I'll be there to listen to you, to share what you went through. But don't try to make yourself out to be a victim. Sisters, don't try to make yourself out to be a victim. Well, I'm going to be real with you. This is how I handle it. Well, he locked me out the house. He hit me. Well, what'd you do? Nothing. So you're telling me that he came home from work and just drop kicked your ass?
And locked you out the house?
Right. What really happened? Well, I told him he wasn't in the faith. I told him that he was a sorry nigga. I told him that he had a small pee-pee. I told him he don't satisfy me like Jaquan did. I told him this, told him that. That's why he drop kicked your ass. Am I advocating him drop kicking? No. But can I understand why he did? Yes. I understand why he drop kicked your ass. Because this misnomer in society of, well, I can say whatever I want to and nobody's going to hurt me. Go out into the streets and do that. Go out amongst other women and talk shit the way you talk to your husband and see what they do to you. They will, in the areas that I live, they will stab your ass right there in the street for saying something stupid. One time. You think a man's supposed to just sit there and take your abuse? And then when he slaps your ass, then you want to say physical abuse. Well, how about this? You were emotionally abusive.
Yep.
Well, a man should never hit a woman. Well, a woman should never disrespect a man, according to that word.
Yep.
How about that? In fact, I'm just going to put this idea out there. I am not saying do it. I'm not, again, listen to what I'm saying. I am not advocating that it's done. Ever. But I will ask this. We see that a woman is supposed to honor, respect, reverence, submit, obey her husband. Do you ever see anywhere where it says a husband can't hit a wife? Again, I am not saying you should do it. I'm just posing an idea out there.
See your brother Alex foot?
A man shouldn't hit a woman. He should cut her off from her flesh and send her from his house if she won't go away. If she won't go away, she should go.
The way she should go. If she won't go the way she should go.
Oh, if she won't go the way she should go.
I was talking about the other one, but yeah. I was talking about the foolish woman tears down her house with her own hands. Her house is her husband.
Yes. Again, I am not advocating striking women, but the same way I am saying you shouldn't strike a woman is the same way I'm saying a woman should not disrespect her husband.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why can't we put those two on equal playing fields? Wife, don't abuse your husband. Husband, don't abuse your wife.
They try to use that weaker vessel verse.
Brother Gary said the phrase rule of thumb comes from Old English law. It was illegal to beat your wife with a stick thicker than your thumb. I heard in Arkansas there was a law. Don't quote me on this. There was a law that it was like every other, maybe it was a Tuesday a month or something like that. You could take your wife to the courts, to the steps of the courthouse, and punish her in front of the people.
I think I heard that. It was like old law that they still have on the books that they haven't taken away yet.
That was it. Yes,
yeah.
It was rules it was laws that are on the books. They haven't taken away yet. Again, I'm not advocating abuse to women, but what I am saying is, are women abusive to men?
Oh
yep.
yeah.
Yep.
How about this? Because people oftentimes use that verse. I've heard it used before. We're supposed to love our wives like Messiah loved the church.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that relationship is between Yah and his people also. Did Yah ever punish Israel?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It says he punishes those whom he chasteneth those whom he loves. That's just what I read.
I'm just saying. I know Yah. He punished Israel. He cut Israel off, and gave Israel a bill of divorce, indicating that there was a marriage.
Yep.
But he just didn't sit there and take it from Israel. In fact, he cut Israel off from their blessings, did he not? I am not going to bless you. In fact, I'm not even going to hear you. I'm going to watch you suffer.
Gonna laugh.
And laugh.
Yep. When you're in the absolute worst state that you could find yourself in, and now you decide to call out to me, I'll laugh. That's what he said.
I will laugh.
Why? Because you had plenty of opportunity and you had plenty of counsel and you refused all of it.
Again, I oftentimes ask that question when women say, I want a righteous man. Do you actually know what that looks like? Let's just be real. You don't want a righteous husband. You want somebody that you can kind of run. Because a righteous husband is not going to act like you think he's going to.
Mm-hmm.
He will not carry himself. He will not carry himself close to this westernized construct of marriage that you actually want.
He gonna live by that book.
He gonna live by that book. Do you actually want a righteous husband? Let's just be. You want kind of a Christianized, kind of westernized husband. Let's keep it real.
Yeah.
You want somebody that's gonna wine and dine you, right? Right. He's gonna take you out to fancy restaurants, right? Right? Do you really want a righteous husband? Then your husband might go out to work one day. He might go out on a trip and come back with another wife.
Man.
Are you sure you want a righteous one? You think it's you and him, and he left. He went on a trip. Imagine that, sister. Your husband go out on a business trip, and he come back home with Leilani. She's from Brazil.
You might have had the audacity not to ask you first.
He didn't ask you, can he take her? Can he marry her? Or could he have sex with her? He came and let you know. And if you say that didn't happen, wait a minute. Was David already married when he went and got Abigail? In fact, the book says that when he got Abigail, he also took another wife on his way back. I don't recall it saying that he sent a messenger to let his first wife know that he was bringing in another wife. Are you sure you want a righteous husband? Are you sure?
They want someone they can control and manipulate.
Yep.
Are you sure? Because you know how a lot of y'all are. You want your husband to run his plan by you first, right? You know y'all do it. Well, at least let me know. I did. I brought her. I mean, before you bring her, don't you think that's something we should talk about? Not really. You wanted a righteous husband. Was David not righteous? It says that he was a man after Yah's own heart.
Oh.
So again, I say, do you want a righteous husband?
I don't think they know what they want.
Brother Daryl, you're on fire, brother. He said, what many women who say they want a righteous husband really want is a submissive husband, but they themselves don't want to be a submissive wife.
Yep.
Brother Alex said, okay, let's talk about it. We need one more seat at the dinner table. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's absolutely right. So when we make these mentions of righteousness, you notice that because righteousness, the word righteous actually translates to justice.
Mm-hmm.
One of the translations is justice. You want a just husband. Well, was David not just? And I'm asking you, sisters, just because they always say, I want a righteous, holy, and you think righteous and holy is he's got his little dashiki head covering on. He buys you what you want because you see that on the internet. You see that on YouTube. You see that on Facebook. You see them cats that say, well, a real man would, and then he fills in the dots with what he would do.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, Brother Lamar. Woo! They want a religious husband. That's what they want.
Yeah, they love that.
Man, they eat that up. But the question is righteous.
Or they want a spiritual husband, but not a righteous one.
That's it. There it is.
Yeah. We'll talk about the word. We'll play the games. We'll even occasionally, go to the clubs or the meetings. We're not going to live it.
Yep.
Brother Gary said, nature demonstrates Torah. Where do you see one cow with a half a dozen bulls? Nowhere. Nowhere. That's right, Brother Alex. David used a lady as a blanket. He used a virgin when he was older. He used a virgin. What was that?
She warmed him up too.
And she warmed him up. That means that was some skin on skin.
That's right.
Yep.
Okay, so if you say you want a righteous man, the next question is, do you want an Eastern man or a Western man? Do you want a biblical man or a modern man? Which one do you want? Because if you say I want a man if you want a man that loves Yah, that loves the word, that loves the book, then you're saying you want a biblical man.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, if your husband is older and he says, I want to be warmed up, what are you going to say as his wife? I'll warm you up, baby. Now, go get me somebody that's been untouched. You would say that he's not righteous. Why? He's lustful, right? That's what you would say, sister, right?
Yep.
He's lustful.
Cuss them out.
He's just full of lust. Does the book say that?
Crazy.
Yep. You'd probably go to your pastor.
Marriage counselor.
Pastor, my husband said he wants you to bring him a woman to use her as a blanket. He's just using you. He just wants to use a sister. Why does she got to be a virgin? Why can't she be somebody in her late 70s? These are questions that I'm asking because sisters always say they want a righteous man. And clearly you don't know what righteousness is. Was Abraham righteous?
Absolutely.
What did he ask Sarah to do?
Tell him I'm your sister, or you're my sister.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are you sure you want a righteous man? Because if you say yes, then I pray that Yah tests that boast.
I think they don't know what they want because, like you said, they see on Facebook or YouTube or some of them guys that's calling themselves righteous.
Yep.
I'm a righteous man, man of Yah. And they just seeing what these things are.
Yes.
Not testing it.
Yes. And they think that righteousness is the character that these men are showing on the internet.
Yep.
That's what they think. I don't think they truly understand what righteousness is. And I think that a lot of us men don't truly understand what righteousness is because we've been effeminized by this society.
Yeah.
We've had the literal righteousness beat out of us.
Mm-hmm.
Where now we line up with what Western traditional religion tells us a righteous man looks like. And in that case, righteousness is, in the more modern Western, is a good servant, somebody that works their ass off, and that's all you do is work. Just work, and provide. That's what righteousness has come down to for us.
Mm-hmm.
Provide and work your ass off. And I'm like, the book has a hell of a lot more than working your ass off and providing. That is a small part of what righteousness is. What's he providing? He's providing what his wife wants. No, he's not. He is providing the needs. And the Bible tells you what the needs are: food, covering, conjugal rights.
Conjugal rights.
How often the conjugal rights? The Bible doesn't say.
Never said.
Never said. Now, if your husband brought you rice, beans, stir-fried with some greens in it, some water, you lived in an 8x16 house, you would say he's not righteous because that nigga on Facebook said that he'll wine and dine you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we're going to figure out who the righteous one is and who the righteous one isn't. And based on the book, he would be righteous and you wouldn't be righteous. Because by the sheer fact that you compare him to another dude, lets it be known that you're not righteous. Or lets it be known that you're an adulterer. So are you sure you want a righteous man? I know that they're probably tearing their Bible apart right now to try to find verses that back up what they feel. What they heard from Pastor so-and-so, what Brother so-and-so said. They're probably going to go to the internet. Yeah, well, there's this guy, and he had his brothers on, and they were talking about righteousness. And go tell them. Go ahead, come tell us.
Yep, we'll be right here. Yeah, willing.
Yep. We'll even give you a spot in the panel, and you could break down the scripture for us and tell us how we're wrong. You can tell us how David was an adulterer and wicked for what he did. But Alex said, my wife gets what she wants to the best of my ability. She more than earns it because she exceeds my expectation. Uh-oh. That's kind of how I am.
Yep.
I base whether I want to give them their wants by, are you meeting my expectations?
Mm-hmm.
If you're not meeting my expectations, don't ask me for shit. Here's some food. Here's a covering. And I'll let you see the penis before I put it back in my underwear.
You might get it.
Might. Conjugal rights. Brother Gary said, Scripture commands older women to teach younger women how to love their husbands. What we as a community needs is mentors. People learn all the wrong things from media. We need righteous role models. Absolutely.
Yep.
We need women to come out. Oh, I'm sorry, Brother David. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say real quick, and what's interesting when you look at that word love, that's not the same kind of love as what is saying like for love your children.
Oh. We were talking amongst in the house, and I was telling him, you know, you do know that Yah's love is very conditional. So my love is very conditional. There are conditions to be met. If you love me, you'll meet the conditions.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Pretty
Book
simple.
is if then book.
Yes. Oh, Project 5P said, and teach by example, not just verbal instruction. And that's key, brother, because what we have on the internet is a bunch of verbal instruction.
Yep.
Yep.
You don't actually know whether they're doing it or not. That's one of the reasons why I allow the sister to come on and do videos. It's because a lot of people talk, but you don't ever see the second part. You don't ever see the wife. You'll hear the man talk big and tough, and you know that when he's done and he gets off his stream, she puts the gag ball back in his mouth and ties him back up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There are a lot of dudes that get on here and want to talk this and talk that, and they ain't got no wife. I'm like, you know how stupid it sounds for you dudes to be listening to a dude who ain't got a wife talk about women?
Yep.
The same way it's not smart for you women to listen to other women that have never been married or have been married and divorced multiple times. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. But then you look confused.
I'm trying to read this comment. From the menu Castro.
Oh yeah, I don't understand that either.
I don't. Yeah, I was trying to see if maybe I need to grab my glasses or something. You might have to shoot that one out again. Maybe you missed some words or something. I'm not tracking with you.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, House of Lamar said taking marriage advice from Gabrielle Union.
Ooh, man. Or parenting advice.
Or parenting advice.
Dwayne can hoop, but do not ask him how to be a father.
Oh, man. If Dwayne wants to tell you how to hit that 15-foot baseline jumper, listen.
It's right. Dwayne Union now.
Man, Dwayne Union. Gabrielle and Dwayne Union from the House of Union.
Yeah. That's crazy. Oh, man.
The reality of it is a lot of us have to just turn off the damn television.
Yep.
Turn off the television, turn off the internet, stop getting your marital advice from these people off the internet. Ask them where's their fruit. Ask them, literally, where's the fruit of your advice?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you just parroting what? That's why I don't like these dudes that always be linking what somebody else said. I'm like, dude, where's your advice? All you do is you're living your life based on what everybody else said.
Mm-hmm.
I believe for most people, that's probably one of the best things they could do in and for their life. Turn it off, shut it off for a season.
Yep.
Some folks, wonder, hey, why I don't ever hear from the Father. I don't ever. How could you?
Right.
Your life is inundated with everybody else's voice.
Yep.
All day.
He's not going to He's not trying to compete. Like, if that's what you want, that's what you're going to get.
Yep.
If you say that you want the Father, you should be seeking His word, seeking His ways.
Yes.
And that ain't coming from all these cats on social media.
Nope.
It's not.
I want to say something that Brother Alex said, and I think that this cuts down to the nitty gritty. Single woman should not hang out with single women. Single women should hang out with married women. Heck, the married woman's husband may be the one that takes them on. As a single woman, it is foolish to hang around other single women. It is absolutely foolish to hang around single women. You need to hang around people that are where you want to be, not where you are.
Yep. Man.
A single sister will keep you single, or a single woman will keep you single.
Yes, until she gets married. And then when she gets married, then she'll release you to get married. She'll tell you, man, I wouldn't change nothing for a nigga. Let somebody give her attention. She'll be the first one changed.
Yep.
Yep.
If you are a single woman, the best advice is for you to hang around a woman who you esteem and learn from her. I don't care if she's younger than you. I don't care if she's older than you. Hang around a woman that is where you would like to be as far as, I want to be a married sister. Because if Yah's merciful, it may be that man that says, hey, you know what? Come on in. Come on into my house. You're learning from her already, so you already like her. The preliminary work's already been done. Let's just get to the next point.
Yep.
Oh, look at this. Kingdom Path 144. Sirach 34:9. A man that hath traveled knoweth many things, and he that hath much experience will declare wisdom. You notice the key word there's experience. There's a difference, brothers and sisters, between knowledge and understanding.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of knowledgeable brothers. We got brothers here that are, what you know is way more than what I know.
Yep.
But what you do is way less than what I do.
Yes, sir.
You will beat me if it came to a Bible beat. If it came to okay, question number 9. What was the 5th disciple that Yeshua took? You'd be like, Chris, or John, or sorry, not John, Israel ben Israel. It was Peter. Ding! I don't know if it's Peter or not. Ding! You'd be right. But when it comes to applying the book and what you read, where are you at?
Hey, you'll win the Bible, B, and be the same one to tell dudes, hey, you can't use whatever laundry detergent.
Tide.
Tide.
Tide
Brother, have
laundry
you
detergent.
noticed it's the real knowledgeable ones? They're
Yep.
always seeking knowledge. They're always
Yep.
digging deeper.
Hyper
They're not
spiritual.
living. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Ever learning and never coming to the knowledge of truth.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's what this brother right here is pointing out. It's not your reading. You know, I talk to brothers all the time. What are you doing? Studying? Okay. When do you get to the applying?
Yep.
There has to be a point you get to the applying part of life, not the studying part. Sometimes I wake up in the morning, brothers and sisters, check this out. And I'm so full, I'm meditating on what I studied yesterday. So I say today, I'm not going to crack the Bible open and read the next chapter because I'm still dissecting, I'm still extracting nutrients of what I read 2 days ago. So I'm going to reread that same passage. I may be on a passage for a week. I feel that it's way more important to understand and do that one passage than to memorize the whole Bible.
Yep.
Yep.
And apply none of it.
Sometimes I read something and I don't get it until like a couple of days later.
Right.
Because I'm still thinking about that.
Right. It's almost like you're Jacob wrestling with the angel. You're like, I'm not going to let go of you until you give me this understanding.
Oh.
And then you may be out there in the garden. You may be at work. You may be working out. And then, bam, it comes to you. And it's overwhelming.
I think most of the time when you get that understanding, it's going to come while you're working.
Yes, sir.
While you're doing.
You know, it's like you try to have discussions with dudes that are always learning and always studying. And you're like, dude, what the hell are you talking about?
You can't have a discussion with them. You can't.
The stuff that we're trying to talk about, too, is like, I don't care if Adam was not the first Adam according to yada yada and all of this crazy. I'm like, man, if you don't get out of here with that, and I'm gonna use Tide.
I was talking to a brother and he was like, brother, you don't understand. There was Lilith. I was like, brother, whether there was Lilith and Susan and Karen and Betty with Eve. Okay. How about this question? Why is it that you are still going to church on Sunday?
Right.
Why are you still eating pork?
Why are you trying to argue about if Adam was first or not, and you say you don't even believe in Yeshua?
Right. 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 Ever learning, but never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. And Yeshua is the way, the truth, the truth. That's why you can't come to him.
Yep.
Let me finish. This is such a great verse, Kingdom Path 144. Such a great verse. Verse 10. Oh, sorry. And he that hath much experience will declare wisdom. Verse 10. He that hath no experience. Oh, shit. Sirach 34:10. He that hath no experience. That means no doing.
Yep.
He ain't done nothing. Knoweth little. A lot of advice with no experience behind it. Brother, let me put that up there. Thank you, brother.
Mm-hmm.
That's strong right there.
Yeah, it is. We met a lot of those dudes.
Man, you get in conflicts with dudes that get all their information from the internet. I've talked with dudes about building, cars, guns, and I'm like, okay, cool. If you are a car guy and you're giving me advice and you've worked on cars, I will listen to you. But I'm not about to get into a discussion with a dude that has not even put in a headlight.
Don't ask me about cars. I would not be the dude to ask about that. That would be like
Me either. I know how to put in the headlight though. I know how to put in the headlight.
Or you talk to dudes about guns, and all they're doing is repeating to you what they saw in the video.
Yep.
I'm like, dude, I go out there and I put in 300, 400, 500 rounds in a range session with my firearm. I'm talking from experience. You're talking from somebody else's review on something.
Yep. Man.
You have to have experience. And too many people are giving advice not from experience, but from what they read or from what their pastor said. When your pastor tells you to follow them, that doesn't mean you have experience. So therefore, you still know little. So shut your damn mouth.
That part, that's it right there. That's what I was going to say when you pause. Most people, and I don't say this to be mean, I just say it because it's the truth. Most people just need to focus on shutting the hell up. Let your words be few. Your life will go a lot smoother. Your depression oftentimes will go away. All of these counseling and therapy sessions that's needed, you'll find you don't even need it. Your husband will start treating you right. You might find a husband if you don't have one, if you just learn how to shut the hell up.
Damn.
Yep.
Dudes might find brothers. If all you can do is just decide I'm gonna put a bar in the gate on my mouth, we ain't got a lot to kick it. Most people talk so freaking much that they just lie and their brain can't even catch up to their tongue. They probably don't even know why the hell they saying this stuff.
Right.
You just need to be quiet. You can't advise on everything. You haven't been everywhere, done everything all at the same time. We done met these dudes.
Grenade.
No matter what you no matter what you say, he done did it.
Yep.
Come on, man. I thought you was doing this at that time. You mean you was a doctor and a lawyer at the same time?
While
and
DJing?
Rapping? Yeah.
All at once?
Music producer?
Sometimes you just gotta learn to be. I am when I first moved out here. And I met you, Brother David. I didn't know a damn thing about solar. So I asked Brother David, can I take a picture of your solar setup, how you did everything? And I didn't want him to feel weird, like, why is he taking a video of my stuff? So I asked him, and he said yes. And then he helped and guided me. Well, here's what he did. Here's what these so-called pastors don't do. What pastors want to do is they want to guide you and then keep guiding you and never stop guiding you. An excellent teacher, an excellent guide guides you, and you're now able to master it. That's when you know you've been taught. When you've been taught by the good master, Yahshua HaMashiach, he doesn't tell you, I'm going to teach you and you're going to continue to stay obeyed. He says you're going to eventually start eating meat. At that point, nobody has to chew this for you. You can take it yourself now. So if you're always talking and always trying to explain what you know because you just feel like you have to be right, you have to prove to people that you know so much. No. Man. How about this? Prove to yourself.
Yep.
Go do it. Until you've done it, sister. You're talking out your ass. Until you've done it, brother. You're talking out your ass.
And it'd be wiser to just not say anything. There's nothing wrong with saying I don't know and leaving it at that. Or I don't know. Let me direct you to this brother.
Yep.
I was talking to Brother Frank. I don't remember exactly what the question was, and it may have been the same thing with Brother Ronnie too. And I said, hey, you know what? Brother Chris deals with this kind of stuff with his solar system every day. Yeah. You probably want to go talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
So I want y'all to catch that. Brother David taught me solar. He taught me solar. But now when they went to him, he's referring them to me. Not because I'm better, just because I do it every single day.
Yeah, so it's fresh.
Yep.
I'm like, man, I ain't looked at that stuff in years. I got to refresh myself. Go talk to this brother. That way he can tell you, he ain't going to tell you wrong.
Yeah, exactly what he said, too. Exactly what he said.
Kingdom again said, Mashiach taught us how to be fishers, as opposing to giving us a fish. Teach a man to fish and he'll eat the rest of his life. But we have to first be humble enough to shut up and learn.
It's facts.
I'm going to teach you about guns because I play Call of Duty. Right.
Man.
I'm going to teach you about guns because I read an article. Because this guy over here knows about guns, and all I'm going to do is repeat what he said.
Yeah, I watched the video. Oh, don't get that one. That gun is garbage. Like, what you mean it's garbage?
Right.
Oh, you ain't going to never hit the target. Oh, I just did it yesterday. What is he talking about?
Right. Oh, that gun, that gun sucked. Why does it suck? Let me send you a video. No. I'm asking you why it sucks. Well, we'll just watch this video, brother. Well, I'm asking the question because I just put 500 rounds through that firearm, and it's on point. Sure. Do I not like the trigger? Absolutely. But is a $500 gun, is it worth me dropping a $200 trigger job and a $500 gun? No. So what are you talking about? It sucks. Have you ever fired that gun? No, but I saw somebody who did. And they said that they didn't like it. Okay, so then under that logic, if I go to the internet, I find just as many videos of people saying it's a great gun, and then the others are saying it's a bad gun.
Right.
So what are you basing your information on? I just feel it's a bad gun. You're too stupid to talk. Shut up.
Yep. Man.
Dude, don't get that gun. I heard it jam.
Right.
I heard
well, how about
it
this?
jam.
Did you polish the feed ramps?
And you cleaned it?
What do you mean polish the feed ramps? You're not smart. I can't have this conversation with you. You do know that most jamming situations with guns come from magazine issues and not the firearm itself. It could be a weak spring. It could be a bad follower. It could be an unpolished feed ramp. There you go, Brother Gary. And Brother Gary's a gun guy, a big-time gun guy. You'll never know if a particular weapon fits you until you spend some range time with it.
Yep.
I got really proficient with the high point. Now, do I carry it anymore? Heck no, I don't carry the high point. But when that's the only gun you have, because that's the only gun you can afford, and you're able to put a couple thousand rounds through it, you're going to become proficient with something because you're doing it. Most of us don't have experience in doing. We have experience in watching it on YouTube.
Yep. Got experience in running your damn mouth. That's it.
We have experience in watching somebody else do something. Most of you who give relationship advice aren't even married.
Man.
You have opinions on marriage, and you have opinions on polygyny. Well, the Bible says that every time that I read an account in the Bible of polygyny, it turned out bad. That's a fucking lie. You want to know how I know that? Because where does it say, where do you see an account of Gideon's polygynous marriage?
Right.
You do know that Gideon was polygynous, right? Where do you see anything about that? You don't see anything
the
about
law
it.
first. The law first, brother. Oh, okay. Well, if that's the case, if it's the law first, then nobody should ever be married and nobody should ever have children because Adam and Eve's first son killed the other son.
Yep.
Law first, right?
Yep. Law first.
Sound good till you actually check it. Till you actually study and
apparently, It's unbelievable the arguments that people make up.
Yep.
This is why it's important for you to read the book yourself. That's why we all of our streams always go back to you doing your due diligence and reading the book yourself.
And then obey it. Do it.
And then do what it says. Not what this channel says. Not what Brother David said. See, you notice that what we always point you back to is the book, not what we think. Brother Ronnie, he's pointing you back to the book. I don't need a husband. Well, the Bible doesn't say that. Therefore, you are a liar. I'm married to Jesus. You are equally a liar. Well, you might be married to Jesus, but I can tell you you're not married to the Mashiach. You're not. You're lying to yourself.
It might be reprobate, and you might have just now be self-deceived.
Right. Because where do you see that in the book? Where do you see in the book? I had a brother tell me he was talking to a sister. And he was saying the sister was basically saying kind of that she was married to Yah. And I was like, where do you see this stuff in the book? This is so crazy. Well, if I don't have a husband, then Yahshua's my husband. What verse did you get that from?
The Christianity
that's what
stuff.
Such and such said.
There you go. All she did is she watched a video of somebody else explaining their bullshit ideology, and she took it for herself and is repeating it. The book don't say you go from your father's house to Jesus's house to your husband's house. If you're married to Jesus, then by the sheer fact that you're looking for a husband makes you an adulterer.
Right.
Liar. Well, I'm married to Jesus until my husband finds me. That is bullshit. Because if you're married to Jesus, then your husband shouldn't find you because you're married already.
Yep.
Man. And the Bible wouldn't even support that. I mean,
right.
Yeah, put it in with when his wife started whoring. He didn't just say, "Oh well, it's okay that you look." No, he did away with him, put him away.
Yep. In his law, it says that you should be killed. So maybe the fact that you're married to Jesus and looking for a husband means you are spiritually dead. That would make you a hoe.
Yep.
That would make you a Proverbs 7 woman. When your husband's away, you looking for somebody else to come into your house. What's the Bible say? You're at every street corner, calling out to every man. You see, that's righteous judgment, though. Because you said out of your lips you're married to Jesus. You better get this stuff together. You better stop as Brother David said, you're better off just shutting up. Stop letting everything fly through your lips.
Yep. Seal your lips and turn off social media. But first and foremost, oftentimes you just shut up. Just practice shutting up. Then you'll be amazed how much better you can hear.
Ooh.
Notice you got 2 ears and 1 mouth.
Use the ears a lot more and the mouth a lot less.
Yep. You'd be surprised what you can discern at that point.
Yes. I'm married to Jesus. I read an article about that. Women leaving their husbands to go be married to Jesus. Which literally means they're being married to their pastor. Look it up online. It was an article I was reading. Women are literally leaving their husbands so that they can be married to Jesus. I'm like, so you're still an adulterer.
Yep. Pastor finna be tearing it up.
Man.
That's how they end up getting trapped.
Get off the internet. Get off social media has been the destruction of marriages.
Yep.
This faith, honestly, the so-called Israelite movement is literally a YouTube, Facebook phenomenon. How many of these so-called internet ministries have you heard of?
Man.
Where you're a member of a church halfway across the country.
And your donations in.
You know, from China. Where you go to church? Man, our church over there, it's based out of Africa.
He'll be like,
ain't you in the States though? Oh yeah, it's online.
So do you have an online marriage as well? No, my wife's right here. You know, that sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. My church is in Tennessee. Where are you at? California. I'm the California branch of it.
Just you?
Do you see how stupid that sounds?
And they say all Israel is if you're Israel, you're on this land. Like, huh?
See, what I use the internet for is information and to find brothers.
Yes, sir.
Can you imagine having a best friend? How about this? We were all born in, let's say, the late, what's that, 2000? Let's say 2000. Can you imagine having an internet friend? Like your best friends on the internet in 1995? People would think you're crazy.
Yeah, they would. Yep. Because that was only the loners and the weirdos that did that kind of stuff then.
What, like a pen pal?
You remember when Yahoo had like Yahoo Chat?
Yep.
And you could go to a chat room and just talk with random people you didn't know?
That was their best friend. That's crazy.
This stuff is so crazy today. Like, let's just say all I knew you from, Brother Dave, I'm going to say you're my beloved brother that I love so much, and I never met you.
Man.
I'd be like, you're pretty shallow.
Yeah.
If you could love me from what I said on the internet and you have never met me, something's wrong with you.
Yep. I mean,
You ain't
don't tell this nigga nothing, because as soon as you do, he gonna put you on blast.
Yep.
As soon as you make him mad.
Yep.
That sound like that Dow syndrome.
Yep. Yep. Like now, it was brought to my attention that he's trying to debate Geno Jenkins.
Oh, Geno Jenkins?
Him. He wants to debate him over marriage. I'm like, is this nigga really trying to debate somebody over the internet? Over videos? What is wrong with these people? I don't like what you said, so let's debate.
That's what happened when you got all these other dudes doing all the work. All he do is just kick back, chill, and I guess go to the racetracks when he feel like it. Spend everybody else's money.
Yeah.
They don't even have. Some dudes still have. Some people, from what I've heard, still have tarps for a roof.
Yeah.
No running water.
Water from a creek.
Get the water from a creek, but you got money to go drive on the racetrack. Finally didn't put it on nothing in you. Just said, hey, let me look out for these people who I'm getting this money from.
Man.
But he getting a big house built.
And again, I don't feel sorry for none of them.
None of them.
Because it's an open book. Everybody has equal and free access to it.
Right. Daryl said it is Geno Jennings. So he heard somebody on the internet, or somebody in his church heard somebody on the internet do a sermon, and because it's all clout chasing.
Yeah.
Because he put his name in the video, which we all know is to try and get people from that church to come to your church. I'm like, this is what the internet has become. We got internet pastor battles wanting to debate over the internet. Meanwhile, if these people didn't have the internet, they would have never met each other.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
There wouldn't be a debate. So I want to debate everybody on the internet. Okay, then let's debate inheritance. All things in common.
I think we have extended that offer well over a year ago. I don't know about you, Brother Chris, but I ain't heard not a damn thing.
I ain't heard nothing. And he's going to say, well, you're too small. Okay. Well, from what I understand, Geno Jenkins has a bigger channel than Dow does. Maybe he's telling you you're too small. He's going to be fuming over that one. That's going to be an extra set of push-ups.
He ain't gonna do them.
They got you.
I got the chip.
Oh, man.
I don't want you to get your hands dirty, Shep.
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Craziness.
Yeah,
So why don't we use social media? If you're going to use it for building.
Yep.
I'll tell you, once I got out of that internet drama, once I finally healed from what I went through, which I didn't have to heal, all I had to do was obey the book. That's what I found out. All this healing I needed was just simply, Chris, you're still not obeying the Bible. Once I got over that, and you get out of the drama of the internet, there's so much peace. I know dudes right now that are internet have internet anxiety. I'm gonna be real. I used to get anxiety going on Facebook.
Wow.
I used to get anxiety going on Facebook.
Because of what they're
Now,
saying.
Yeah, what's somebody saying? Who's talking about me? Who's gonna make a video about me? What's Straightway saying about me? Now, I'm chilling. I don't care.
Yeah, that's
I'm
the
at
best
peace.
medicine for that kind of stuff.
Yes, it
Just
is.
be like, man, I don't give a fuck.
Yes.
You can say whatever you want to say. I'm gonna sleep good at night because you ain't paying shit over here. You ain't building shit over here. You ain't running shit over here. So I don't care what you think about me.
Right.
Oh.
I went through that stuff when we left the church.
Not one part of this land was built from your money.
Yep.
But check this out. Part of what you have was built by my money because I sent it to you.
There it is. Yep. There it is.
Hmm.
Hey, you like them apples?
It may not have been a lot, but it was well in the four figures.
Yep.
I know that for a fact.
I'm tracking with you, bro. I've been through that. I remember when we were going through all of this. He's a wicked polygamist, and so therefore he has to be. I was still only had one rib. All the thing I said is that this is what I see in the Bible. It's true. I believe it.
Yep.
Man, folks were losing their freaking mind. I was everything but a child of Yah.
Woo.
Mm.
And I learned that the hard way, man. You just have to shit. I don't care what them folks say. And as you said, because I've given to you, I have inputted and helped build their church property. You ain't did shit over here.
Right.
This over here came from our hands, my own two hands.
Yes.
Not a dime from your ministries.
Yes.
We did this. Can you say the same? Can they say the same?
Yeah.
Can straight ways say the
Yeah.
same? Nope.
No, they can't.
And like the old folks used to say, hey, you need me before I need you.
And that's been proven.
Yep.
That's been proven. And if you want to disprove that, you can go ahead and send about a $3,000 offering to a brother who's not part of your ministry, because I don't want the money back. Because I don't want you to say, I paid into you. Send that money to a brother that needs some help. That's about how much. That's how much I gave you. About $3,000. Send that to a brother, not part of your group. There you go.
He ain't gonna do it. He'll wait
Nope.
till he have a meeting and then give somebody $300 and grandstand and make a big to do out of it, like you're doing something major.
Yep.
Like, nigga, they send you $100 on Patreon every month. What you talking about?
They've been on your Patreon on the $100 level for 5 years.
Right.
And you pay this light bill for a total of $164.38.
Man.
You ain't gonna get it $3,000 nobody. Go on vacation with that.
Yep, that's vacation money.
That's vacation.
That $3,000 was like this.
Yep.
Gone. Brothers and sisters,
still doing it?
What was that?
That's it. I was about to say, for folks still doing it, I don't feel sorry for them at all. What y'all need to do is turn this stuff off.
Oh.
Yep.
Shut it down. Get you a Bible and read it. If you don't understand what you're reading, pray about it. Ask. Man. Yah is not a man that he should lie. If you're asking and you earnestly are seeking him, he'll provide you with everything you need to know.
Yes, he will.
And you get to keep all your stuff. You ain't got to lay it at nobody's feet. Feel like you need deliverance? Hey, you ain't got to go over there to some funky, sweaty, mass freak out show, whatever the hell you want to call it. Yeah.
Right.
All you need to do is just read that book and what it says to do to the best of your ability. Do it.
Yep.
Obey it.
Yeah.
You'll be amazed at what you start feeling delivered from.
Man. Woo. You having a bad thought? Believe me, you don't need nobody to lay hands on you. The Bible tells you to cast down every evil imagination. He don't say you need deliverance for every evil imagination. He tells you to cast it down, which means you have the power to do it.
You have the power to think about even what you think about. It says, hey, and think on these things. It could be a list of stuff you could be thinking about. You should be thinking about it.
No deliverance needed.
Right.
You don't need somebody to throw a bunch of olive oil on you and say, in the name of Yeshua, come out. What you need to do is repent and come out of that mess and walk in the newness of life that he says that he promises he'll give you.
That's right.
Hold Yah to his word. See if what he says is true. You'll never know that until you do it.
Man.
How do you do it? Turn off all the shit. And if that means you got to turn this off, then turn off these live streams for a month.
Man, we can't say nothing better than what the Father has said. It's an open book. It's written.
Right.
Yep.
There's no way we can say it better than he did. We're just telling you what he said, kind of in a same way he's saying it. So you should be able to read the book and get what we're saying.
Yep.
And what we're saying now is, okay, you understood, man. I spend too much time on the internet. My walk with Yah is based off of YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. Maybe I need to turn it off and try to see would that be okay if your wife had an internet relationship with you?
Man.
So why do you have an internet relationship with the Father?
Man.
How many times have you been frustrated because you told your wife what it is that you want, and instead of listening to your word, she wants to hear it from Brother Chris. That shit piss you off, don't it? She wants to hear it from Brother David, Brother Ronnie. She don't want to hear it from you. Well, you got a book right in front of you, and you could hear straight from Yah's mouth, but you want to hear from your pastor.
Want to
You
get
need
his
your
rendition.
pastor to say it. What was that, brother?
Want to get his rendition of it.
There you go.
Yep.
To be completely honest, you don't even need us. The fellowship is nice, but you don't need us for your walk. We may say something that sparked it, like get off the internet. We challenge you. Get off the internet. Read your Bible. Then do what it says.
And a lot of folks will say, hey, well, you know I'm not addicted to this, or I'm not. How do you know? Based on what?
Right.
Have you ever turned that stuff off for a day, a week, 2 weeks, a month? Have you ever purposefully, not because something forced you because you was busy, but of your own accord, just said, you know what? I'm just going to make sure that this has no power over me.
Yes. Yes.
You should. I recommend it. At least for a season, even a short season. You'd be surprised what kind of withdrawals you find yourself going through.
Yes.
Over there scratching like a fiend.
Mm-hmm.
Look at 5P again. Let me throw that up there. Been that way since the beginning. The Israelites didn't want to hear from Yah. Too scared. They wanted Moshe to be the middleman. Man wants to hear from man instead of from Yah. Brother, that's on point. And the thing is when you hear from Yah, it's not going to be a David, this is me speaking to you from a burning blueberry bush. This is me, Yahweh your Elohim. Drop a beat now. It ain't going to happen like that. You're going to open up your book. People always say, well, Brother Chris, how do you hear from Yah? That's a dumb question.
Yep.
What do you mean?
Like this.
Pick that book up. Read it.
And then you show him that you want to continue hearing from him by doing what he said.
Yep.
What are you looking for? A voice from the Shemaim or a word from your pastor? You might as well grab your Bible and throw it in the fire. Throw it into the wood stove tomorrow.
Thou shalt not use any. Let me stop. Thou shalt not use any laundry detergent.
Oh no!
If you do, which one was it, Brother Artie?
Tide.
If
It
you
was
do,
a bounce dryer sheet.
make sure that thou usest not Tide detergent or bounce sheets. It smells like the vaccinated. Do you ever listen to yourself? You know how stupid that sounds.
You sound too dumb.
Yeah. That's one of the moments I was like, wait a minute, hold on. I'm sorry, brothers. My mouth was moving faster than my brain. My bad. I don't know why I said that. Ain't nothing wrong with some humility, man.
Strike that.
Right.
Sister Cassie said, I need a sign. Right. We have those. And what did Yeshua say? A foolish and
unlearned
generation seeketh after a sign.
Yep.
You don't need a sign. You need to do it. If you want to see a sign of Yah in your life, read what he said and go do it. See if he blesses you for obeying what he said. There's your sign. Brother Alex said, I'm not addicted. I can quit anytime I want, said every crackhead ever. I can get off the internet anytime I want to. Try it.
I don't think it'd be that easy.
Overt bust, yes, it's the dryer sheets now. The bounce dryer sheets smell like people who were vaccine shedding. And this is from a very highly religious person. Highly religious. And you just look at this stuff like, dude, what are you talking? What? Why? A wicked and adulterous generation seek it after a sign.
That's what all that education is. I just want to be dumb as hell. I just be dumb.
Yep. If being an Israelite is faking it till you make it, I'll just be a Christian.
I'll just be a believer.
There you go, a believer. Well, I mean Christian as in, because they'll say they talk against the Christians.
Right. Yeah, I'll gladly just be a Christian.
I'll just be a Christian.
Yep.
Whatever you say, if you're righteous, I guess I won't be righteous then.
Man.
I don't want to be anywhere you are if that's what the faith is. Because Yah already told us what to do. He already told us what a real Israelite would look like, what a real believer would look like, what a real follower would look like, what a real commandment keeper would look like, what a real man would look like. So if I have to be a man and say, that's right, Shep, while you sit on the pulpit and dance around, while I sit down in the bottom and give you my tithes and offerings, if that makes me not a saint and an ain't, you can call it what it is.
And if you say all Israel is over here on this land, I guess I ain't Israel.
I'm not Israel then.
I won't be Israel. I just hang on to my deed.
Yep.
Oh man.
Whatever you say, if that's what it is, I'll be the opposite. Because didn't the Pharisees say Yeshua was wicked?
That's what they said.
And that they were righteous?
Man.
You know that he didn't try to make that argument with them. He didn't. Let's just look at the fruit. That's what they say, right? Look at the fruit. The fruit is Israel's being built without you. But you're not getting built unless people give you their money. So who's y'all really working with? Who's y'all really working with? We have 3 brothers here whose lands are being built by their labor, their work, their hands. Meanwhile, you're building everything you got with everybody else's money.
Money in there.
Everybody else's money and everybody else's energy.
So who's real Israel? Faith it till you make it. That's right, Brother Daryl. So brothers and sisters, for a time, stop learning everything you know from the internet.
Man.
Stop.
And we're not saying don't use the internet to find people to fellowship with, but internet is not fellowship. This is not fellowship. You can find opportunities to fellowship with like-minded people. That's what we have done.
Yes.
And we go and we meet each other and we can give a hug and we can shake hands. We can see what they're doing. They can see, that's how we fellowship. That's how we form and enjoy brotherhood.
Yes.
And sisterhood throughout, through our ribs.
Yes. Because if you're saying this is fellowship, then I'm going to question you as a man. Because you're basically saying you're fellowshipping with people that you don't even know.
Oh.
I would say
that's true.
That's a severe lack of discernment if you call this fellowship, but yet you've never broken bread with me. The only thing you know of me is my videos. This could be a green screen. And I'm saying that being kind of facetious, but also because we've seen dudes hold a chainsaw, talk about he's homesteading, but all he did was literally grab some sawdust and throw it on himself to make it look like he was working hard. We've seen it.
Man.
I've had somebody, he's not a brother, literally while we're working on the extension of my house, he set his phone up and live streamed himself with a shovel walking around like he just worked. And he never lifted a finger to dig a post hole.
That. Still had his
penny loafers
on. Yep.
Penny loafers.
And cardigan sweater.
I had a so-called self-proclaimed mother
yep.
Who let this person tell it they're the best Hebrew woman of the year every year, hands down.
Yep.
Got advice for all the women, telling the sisters everything they need to know about how to live a pledgeless life, only to discover that from afar, okay, you can do all that. What happens when you get close and folks can see you and you them? You're like, wait a minute. That's some discrepancies.
Yes.
That's some major discrepancies here.
Major.
In other words, when you get face to face, it cuts through the bullshit.
He's over there doing videos about polygyny, giving advice to sisters on polygyny, but yet the sister that he was talking to, he told her they were betrothed and she had no clue what betrothal even meant.
Didn't even know what it meant. She's like, wait a minute, okay.
She had to call me and Brother David and was like, he said, I'm concerned about what is happening because he said I'm betrothed to him and I have no clue. And we know this for a fact because she got on the phone and said, I want to have a conversation with him and y'all together. And she put him on blast in the phone call and said, you didn't even tell me what it meant. And his response, I was going to teach you that when you came into my house.
What?
I'm going to teach you what betrothal is when you come into my house.
You know that? Oh, man.
Yeah, he was trying to stumble through it and clean it up, too. He already knew. He
did. He was stumbling. Call her name. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Alex said, bro, I've been to your house. You don't dig with a shovel there. No, you don't. On all of our lands, when you dig, you get your auger, you make the hole, and the only thing you're using your shovel for is to get the dirt at the auger already dug up. You're just getting that dirt out of there. You are not digging through this rock with a shovel.
Sometimes that auger just sit on top of that rock.
That's what I was about to say. I had to get the damn jackhammer out just to get bust up on the auger to be able to bring up the broken rocks.
I remember the day you were using your auger on your tractor, and we're just watching it spin on the surface, and we're like,
man, I was embarrassed. I was like, oh, man, this ain't
a tabernacle.
Oh, that joker wasn't going nowhere.
It was just sitting there.
Well,
because it was dry that year.
Yep.
That was like some concrete. I remember that. Planted all them potatoes, tilled that field.
Oh, man.
Put all them potatoes in there. Got ready to heal them up using that push tool, Brother Chris. Tried to run that joke and almost fell over. Like, whoa.
There is no way. There is no way. No way.
Oh, man.
So what we're just saying is that even for us, this ain't it. The internet's not it, brothers and sisters. I know that you think it is. But that just lets me know that most of y'all have never really had a real relationship with another brother. If all your brothers are on the internet, you may, and I'm saying you may even have to relocate physically to have real brotherhood.
Bro, I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna say this. 'Cause this is, I was thinking about this earlier when I was out working, and I don't remember exactly the thought or what sparked the thought anyway. But I was just thinking, like, man, I'm grateful for these brothers. If I think about brother Ronnie, the brother ain't perfect, but he's real, and I can deal with that. If I think about brother Frank, he's not perfect, but he's real. Think about brother Chris, I'm like, hey, that brother ain't perfect, but he's real. I would take real all day and every day over, quote unquote, these fake ass, supposedly, self-proclaimed perfect folks. These internet relationship type folks who want to present their best foot forward always. They know the answer to everything. They never do anything wrong. It's always, it's Shabbat every day at their house.
Man.
And sadly in life, that's the majority of people that you meet.
Yes.
And
you know that a lot of these groups have that because you'll have people living on the land. Every time you see them in a video, they're smiling. Yep. Then suddenly you find out they left. Man. They left the land. They left the ministry. You're like, every time I saw them, they were cheesing it. They were smiling.
Bacon.
Now they've gone.
Yep.
I'll say this. I'll take a real unrighteous man over a fake righteous brother.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Because that man that's real and unrighteous, when he repents and changes, it's going to be real.
Yep.
But if your righteousness is fake, it's almost like you're just waiting to be exposed.
It's gonna lead down the pathway to a reprobate mind. That's what
right.
that leads to.
That's right.
Self-righteous, I know the book says this, but I can do it a different way or a better way over here.
It's death to you and to everybody following.
Yep, that's it.
So for some of y'all, you may say, well, why did they do that? Or why did they do this? Or why did they do that? We're just keeping it real. And we're hoping that real is more important to you than fake.
Yep.
If you want fake, tune into your ministry tomorrow, 11 o'clock. Get a good jumping around session. Yep. A good worship session, right? A good waving your hand session. A good preaching. Meanwhile, make sure you have your wife and your children at home with you, next to you. Because if you don't, you might lose them.
And don't tell them if you got anything. Keep that to yourself.
You might lose that too. Hey, Pastor, I was thinking about buying some land.
Hand it over. Lay it at my feet.
At my feet. Hey, Pastor, I saw a sister that I'm interested in. I'm interested in talking with her. Well, let me go check the Treasury Department to see if you've given enough tithe this year.
Don't let them see her first.
Oh, shit.
In fact, don't even let them see her after. If your wife fine, be careful. It don't matter how long you've been married. They have no regard for that stuff. So
right. This is the Catholic said, running around the sanctuary. All these theatrics.
Yep.
Everybody looking so holy, right? So holy.
Dirty as hell.
Just saying.
They be having praise and worship.
Right. I love their praise and worship.
Everybody jumping around.
You want to know who they're praising and worshiping? Look at who's on every slide.
Wow.
Look who makes all the decisions for the ministry.
Yep. Look who looking out, seeing who doing what during that time. I better see enough energy.
Look at these wives. It's a funny thing. There's a brother who before we started talking about the things we were talking about, him and his wife were friends on my Facebook. And they still are friends on my Facebook. And I look at her postings. Everything that she posts is about the pastor. I mean, I'm talking like once to twice a day she puts up some word that he gave to the ministry, to the people. And I'm like, well, we know who she's following. I don't see a single word from her husband ever. She don't even like the shit that he posts on his page. But let that pastor post something, guess who's one of the first 10 people to like it?
Her? Oh man.
No joke. Everything that he posts, she likes it. Her husband posts something up, she don't even like his stuff.
That's just wickedness, man. It really is.
You going. God,
Hey, what I say earlier? Good fields, any field really, need good fences.
Yep.
And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about when I say that, your wife, your rib, that's your field.
Mm-hmm.
Not only can you, but you should build a fence around your wife.
Absolutely.
So I don't care
If you
what, and if you right.
Protection up.
Well, I think we killed this one.
Why you ain't got them on social media? Because I believe in fences.
Yep. One of Tanisha's cousins was like, I want to reach out to Tanisha. Guess what she did not have a problem doing? She messaged my Facebook and had no problem asking, hey, can you have Tanisha call me? Why? Because she understood, even though she's not in the faith, she understood order.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I tell y'all, a lot of y'all be listening to these pastors call everybody else wicked. But they ain't got no problem going to your wife without going through you.
That's right.
Yep.
Her own cousin, who is wicked, had no problem going through me to talk to Tanisha. None. And I honor her for it. But your pastor, he'll trample your ass. He'll text your wife in the middle of the night. Tell me I'm lying.
God.
Man.
Personal correspondences between your pastor and your wife.
Man. That just hurt my heart hearing it. Man.
Yeah, man, that don't make no sense.
That hurt me.
How the pastor have your wife's number?
Text at 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, brother.
Shit. It hurt my heart, but at the same time, whoever that is, and don't even say no name, but you need to get some damn fortitude.
Yes.
You need to get you some chutzpah.
Woo.
Shit. And you need to say, I see you, nigga. It's night, but I see you.
Yep.
That don't make no sense.
Man.
Apparently, you ain't got no head.
You do.
Because if you don't put a fence around your field, then you are literally saying, hey, my field is open for whoever to plant whatever they want to plant in my field.
Yep.
Oh, it's about trust. No, I ain't got nothing to do with trust. It's my field, and I'm going to put good fences around it so that I can make sure the only seed that's getting planted in my fields is what I plant.
Woo. Let you be like the parable that Yeshua told, where he talks about where the man came and said, it looks like somebody came and planted tares amongst the wheat.
Yep.
And Yeshua said, no, let's just wait till the harvest period.
Meaning that took some time from the time that those tares were planted, and you just running around thinking it's all good until it's time for the fruit to be inspected.
Oh, man. Oh. You've been investing in your wife and you find out that she got other seeds growing.
Damn.
It all looked like what you planned at first,
Yep.
until you start looking deeply and you realize there are tears with my wheat.
That's bouncing that dryer. And that's tight. Oh man. I know.
We're letting you know this stuff so that y'all can protect their houses, man. Just because you see somebody with pastor, moire, fringes, beards, all this other stuff that you think is holy and righteous, just because you go and visit for a feast day, that includes the Rock, that includes Mothland, anywhere you've gone. Understand, you need to spend time with that brother.
That's right.
Time.
Don't let nobody shame you about protecting what's yours.
Yep. That's right, Brother Daryl. Brother Daryl said, what you said about Tanisha's cousin reminds me of what Yeshua said when he told the Pharisees and Sadducees that the publicans and the harlots would make it before them.
Man.
Guard, but Brother David said, brothers, put a fence up around your hedges.
Yep. Man.
If you can't tell your wife, nah, you ain't listening to that no more, then you're really her field.
Yep. As well call your place Remnant Ranch.
Shit.
And start doing your selfies.
I hope this brought some understanding to y'all of why it is important that you read. It's always going to go back to, every one of our streams is going to go back to you reading the book.
That's it.
And living it.
Don't take our word for it. Read the book. And then live it. Do what it says. Don't be hearers only, deceiving your own selves. Be doers of the word.
Hallelujah.
Book plus nut.
Have real authentic brotherhood, friendships, covenants, fellowship.
You can't beat it. You can't beat it. Man, I wouldn't trade this phase of my life for absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. It is the best phase of my life.
Sure.
Me too.
Best
I waited
phase.
a long time for this, brothers.
Yes.
I think about y'all a lot. I ain't
Man.
gonna lie. Y'all be on my mind and in my heart a lot. I just say,
Yes,
man,
sir.
thank you, Father. These are real dudes right here. They ain't perfect, and I'm glad they ain't, because if they was perfect, I couldn't even rock with them, because I'm far from perfect. I just mess it up. So thank you for giving me what I needed. We real, though. We real and we righteous.
That's right. Righteous according to the Bible.
According to the book. That's it.
Not your pastor, your elders, your friends, your family, and definitely not your opinion.
Yep. Yeah, no, we real ones, so they got to be careful too, because they can get it.
Yes.
Yep. They can get it.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right. Y'all go ahead and close it out.
There you go, Brother David.
Shit, I think we just said everything. Take it. Hey, get in this book and dare to believe it. Stop listening to all these other folks tell you what it says, what it means. Because if that's what's going on, 9 times out of 10, you're being deceived. The only way you'll know that is if you get in the book for yourself. All these folks who are at all these other places getting bamboozled, I don't feel sorry for them. And the reason why is because it's an open book test. Everything has already been written. Yeshua said it is finished. All the works that needed to be done is done. It's already recorded. We have the book for our edification and our for our growth. So we have everything that we need. If you're too lazy to read it for yourself, then when you're getting bamboozled and pillaged, then that's your just rewards. You need to start sowing some seeds of righteousness, and the only way you can do that is to understand what righteousness is. And the only way you can do that is to understand where righteousness comes from. And that's that book.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Man.
Thank you, Father. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Shalom.
shalom.